Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Unboxing Thursdays. Again, I am Redekaylisk, and I am here to, host the show until Kevin comes back. Kevin's actually on his way back to Canada, is my understanding. But yeah, so in relief of him right now, I'm running the show. All right. I am captain. I am captain right now. And yeah, so I thought that I'm going to bring some friends to this unboxing, and we're just going to talk smack and talk some toys. And again, here we go.
Hello there, toy collectors. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and I am very excited to bring you this special review.
If anything, the Kim family, they're archetypes. Which is sad, but not always a bad thing.
I'm okay, I have one.
Let's,
Do see all the name.
Let's try them. Let's still try.
So, hey, what's up, Butter Nation? Welcome back to Toying Around's Unboxing Thursdays. So, today is November 23rd. It is Thanksgiving to all our friends in the States. So, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to all our friends down there in the States. So, tonight's guest we have a very special guest for us today. And she's a person that I've worked together with long time ago in the past, right? I had the pleasure of working with her. She's an awesome individual. And then later on, I discovered that she has a very strong, collection hobby, so you will, right? And she is probably the biggest Lego person, one of the biggest Lego collectors that I know. And I had the pleasure of actually visiting her collection, her crib one time. And oh my God, it's something to behold. But without further ado, I would like to introduce you to Brickventuring, aka Laura. So everyone, welcome, Laura. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. Yourself?
I am good. I'm good. I'm excited. I'm excited for this show.
Yeah,
Right?
me too.
So,
Live from the Lego crib. I think I'm going to keep that.
Lego crib. What do you call it?
I just call it the Lego room because
The Lego room. Okay.
the room
I
of
guess
Lego.
That's just straightforward and makes sense, right?
Yeah.
That's good. So, Laura, here at Unboxing Thursdays, what Kevin has built around this channel around is just really he had so many toys, right? He just wanted an outlet to kind of unbox toys and just share with the community. So through that, we've connected with he's made a lot of friends socially online and throughout the community down in the States and everywhere, even internationally. Got to get a shout out to our friends internationally as well. But yeah, so we're gonna probably do some unboxing. I think you might have something in the box. We can just share that later when I ask. But for all the viewers out there in the Butter Nation today that don't know who you are, how would you introduce yourself, or what do you do? Tell me about it.
Hi, Butter Nation. I am Laura, but I go by Brickventuring on Instagram, and I started out as a huge Lego collector. Well, actually, I started out as a child who loved Lego, and then I kind of went away from it for a while, and then about 9 years ago, I caught the bug again, and I started collecting superhero sets, especially.
So just 9 years ago. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
I thought it was longer.
Let's see. Wait, what are we in? 2023?
2023.
So yeah, 2014 is when I got back into Lego.
So
but I mean, I played with Lego like right up into my early teens.
Yeah.
Because I remember Lego being in display in my bedroom like right up until 16, because that was the house in Toronto that we had. And I only got there when I was 16. So, and then I guess I don't know. I guess
it just picked back up.
University kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome.
So then I bought a Lego Batman Arkham set, and like the first bag or two is this little van you have to build.
Yeah.
And by the time I was done building it, I was absolutely hooked again, and it was just a slippery slope.
Yeah, it's slippery slope. It doesn't look like it looks like a hill, a mountain behind you.
Yeah. So, and then I just started buying. I love to. It's a relaxing hobby, just from a building perspective, and kind of you got to focus on one thing and watch something come out of nothing, just a pile of
Yeah.
bricks, really.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
and the collection just kept growing and growing, and then it kind of organically began. I started like branching out into different themes. One of which was these like what are they? These modular buildings.
Yeah. Okay.
And then my city started to grow out of that. So now I have this whole room dedicated to Lego, basically, and my hobbies evolved a lot because initially it was just about collecting.
Yeah.
And then I build them, I put them on a shelf, and I enjoy that, and I document that. But over the years, I've kind of gotten into the Lego community and this whole other side of it, which is starting to build your own stuff. So not necessarily out of the sets, but started with me modifying the sets that I had, and once I became comfortable with that, I started taking those skills over and wanting to build my own stuff.
Like I think I've seen it. Like I came over one. I got to give a shout out, like to like the. I don't know if you the chat can see, but I'm pretty sure they can see it. Is the Lego's Avenger Tower that she had.
There we go. I need to get this left and right thing ready. Yeah,
that thing is a beaut, and that the Daily Bugle set. Is that the one from?
That's the official
Lego?
set.
That's the official set. Did you do any modifications to that?
So that one I haven't really touched, aside from adding lighting to it. I haven't modified
lighting's
that.
one of those crazy modifications that I've seen. Definitely for what is it? The Doctor Strange.
Yes,
Santorum. You modded the hell out of crap. Yeah,
I got it
somewhere.
I don't know.
It's all good. It's all good. If people want to see,
it's behind me here somewhere. But yeah.
I'll show.
So,
I can show.
My collection still is very heavily towards the superheroes, but I have started to add different stuff to it. So the city sets,
look at this team, Butter Nation. Look at this. This is just insane. Like this is scratch built, right? Custom.
Yes,
you built it yourself.
So I started off with like the official sets, and I started modifying them and merging them together, and then eventually I got to the point where it was just like, you know what? I took the whole thing apart. I actually smashed it down on the floor and then picked up all the pieces. And started.
Aren't you worried about like denting any like Lego pieces?
It's pretty durable. It's not impossible. It's not impossible to damage them, but like so far, I haven't really had any. Brown Lego pieces are infamously fragile. But yeah.
So I'm going to go back to your page in a bit.
They survived, and I rebuilt this. And I mean, so the Lego tower that I built here, it definitely is influenced by those official sets. Like there's things in there that I liked, so I kept it. I tried to incorporate them into that new build, but for the most part, it's from the ground up. Just
it's amazing. Like again, I'll go back to the Jurassic Park kind of theme. The Jurassic Park set.
Oh yeah, that's another really cool
that you
one.
built, right? Because I remember when I came over to visit, that was still just green grass, like pretty much. It's just plates and a couple of dinosaurs. Just to see it like just evolve, like it's nothing. It's nothing but it's masterclass, Laura. You do a bang up job. Like trust me, it is. So before we continue, I just want to kind of give a shout out to everybody that's tuning in right now. So thank you for everyone tuning in. I'm just going to start giving some shout outs right now. Toying Around is here. He says, happy Thanksgiving. Grateful for you, for the Butter Nation. Streaming Elements is here. Dom Muchuchiaro. I think I pronounced it right for once. Hello. Happy Thanksgiving, my good sir. Mr. Ryan Clark was here. Tommy K. Tommy, my good sir. How are you? Rick Jones is here. Alexander Eagleson. Hello. He says, hey, DK. Funagain Collectibles. Fanagain Collectibles. Winger Lose is here. Honkin. I am JT Williams. Loki. Again, happy American holidays, everyone. We got Perfect Dark in here, and we got and that's about it. I think we're done for now.
Should I be concerned about all these knives in the chat?
No, it's Thanksgiving. Turkey Day.
Oh,
Turkey Day. Turkey
yeah,
Day.
okay.
Turkey Day. That's
Sorry.
what it is. I'm pretty confident it's Turkey Day. No, it's not Turkey Day. It's probably the butter knife. The butter knife. Oh, everyone's gonna kill me right now. No chewing. Torensu is here. Hello, Torensu. But yeah, so yeah, hold on. I'm gonna go back to that Jurassic Park thing. Like that is just. How do I think? Wait. See, I still don't know how to use this thing. But yeah, like this was just green, ladies and gentlemen. Like everyone that's watching. This was green. There was just a couple of dinosaurs. And I remember walking into the room, which is the coolest thing ever. Is there a post where kind of like, how we get into that room? I'm pretty sure there is, right?
Oh, there is with the secret door, but it's probably pretty far back now.
Pretty far back. I don't know. Oh, this is
because I remember I had to
a very
repost
good example of you destroying something. Oh, and there's a lot of brown in this one. Oh my god. Oh my.
That set was okay. That was I built also a sanctum, but that sanctum walk was one of the very first ones I did, so it's not that fancy, but I did.
Okay, I gotta find it. I'm gonna try and find it in the background. But anyway, I'm gonna describe it to the chat. So what it is that going down to the basement, that's what it was, right? There's a giant rail set on the side, but then there's a wall, and it's just a bookshelf. But then you open the bookshelf, and then it's like ta-da, and that is where Laura's room is, and it's insane. It's amazing, and that Jurassic Park was like to the right, if I remember correctly. It was to the right. Once I entered in, it was just to the right, I think.
Yes. Yep.
Yes. Got it. That's awesome. So
because I'm despite having an entire room dedicated to Lego, I am actually nearing capacity in terms of space in here. So
just keep building it up,
which is kind of crazy because
you keep having shelves.
Going up.
You have
so
many shelves.
Well, now
walls,
I'm starting
right?
to fill stuff up on the walls. So
I see it. It's like those are some of the. I'm guessing it's the Black Panther, or is it the?
I got a couple of Black Panther sets.
Guardians of the Galaxy spaceships.
And I also have the X-Men jet. Over there, just above my head.
Was it the first X-Men jet?
That is a set. They're making a new one next year. Sorry.
Oh, they're making a new one. So that set came with Deadpool, Wolverine, and okay. I better sell that.
Deadpool came with a helicopter.
Oh, it did?
This set did come with, I think it was probably Wolverine. They would keep making him, and Magneto and Storm and Cyclops, I think.
Okay, I better see it. I better let that go.
But that came out like 8 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Easily. But now that
10 years ago.
I guess now that everything's back under the same house, there's a rumor there's a new X-Jet coming out in the new year. So
nice. Oh, that's what you mean. The same mouse house. That's what you mean.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I gotcha. So, what do you have today if you're going to build it? Again, there's no pressure in unboxing, right? But like, if you're going to plan to unbox something,
I would put together this Star Wars set from the Ahsoka show. I don't collect a lot of Star Wars, but I really like this ship. I've seen some other people build it. It's got like the center kind of rotates. So I thought that would be a really cool one to add to my collection. So I'm going to build that. It has the Lego community. I don't know if anybody tuned in from the Lego community. It's got these box tabs, which everybody hates.
Yeah.
I don't mind them so much, but you do have to have.
But it works.
Strength to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
People don't want to hurt the boxes, right? I just realized, do I have anything to open today? No, I think I have something open. I'm sure
I'm just going to pour this out. There we go.
And how many pieces is that, Laura?
This is $599.
$599. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna organize it. The thing about unboxing Legos, it's a little bit louder than
that's all good. That's all good.
Yeah.
That's not a problem.
So Let me get organized and I can space. Got our book.
Torensu is asking if you're drinking anything.
Yeah, I got myself a beer.
I-
Done.
I goofed up. I told you, I was like, yeah, if you want to have a beer, go have a beer. And then I did not go outside to go buy a beer. So I'm drinking water again.
I mean, it's probably better for you.
Thanks, Tommy. No, I did come. I thought Tommy was saying that I have nothing prepared to drink, but I did. I did have something to unbox. I got another transformer. I have another transformer. This is Legacy Evolution Blitzwing. I think I've been wanting this for a while, and then Toys R Us started having. Sorry, it had a 40% off sale on like Transformers, so like I got to do it. It was at a good price, even though it's older, but I'm gonna unbox that.
So that's the thing I really need to work on is the waiting for the sales.
The waiting for the
Because I have this thing where I want it and I buy it, and then I have a shameful pile of Lego that is unbuilt.
But don't you? Okay, waiting on sales. Like, I guess I have a couple of more years on you in terms of collecting hobby, and then kind of understanding maybe possibly how some of the sales patterns work. I don't know if you kind of noticed yet or not, like in the world of Lego, right? But I don't know. I don't understand. Like, I'm not fully into Lego anymore much, right? So I don't know when the sales and when the things fluctuate, and I don't even know which sets are kind of like regarded as kind of like hard to get or if it's rare, right? So those sets probably maybe just buy it like straight up, right? But then if it's like a common set, like if you could wait, then
I think it just comes down to patience a lot of the time, because
you just don't have patience.
Like a lot of stuff comes out. Like earlier, was it this year? They released the Fast and the Furious, the car Paul Walker drives.
Yeah.
And that thing sold out, and then it started going on the secondary market for like crazy markups. But it was one of those things where, like, I know because I watched Lego, like it was gonna come. It was sold out. I know it was sold out, and it might have been sold out for months, but eventually they would restock it.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I think there were just certain group of people taking advantage of those people who really
yep.
might not even be Lego collectors. They were just really into that franchise, right?
Maybe it's the people that are thinking like, hey, Paul Walker passed away, right? So maybe this is, I don't know, right? Like I like to think that there's certain toy collectors or toy things when Chadwick Boseman passed away, right? And they kind of took to like that. Oh, that Chadwick Boseman, like this action figure, it's going to be kind of worth something, right? And they kind of probably flocked at it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There we go.
But yeah, so.
But I mean, for the most part, not in years have I seen a Lego set sell out and never ever come back. Like usually they stay in production a year, maybe 2 years.
What's
so really it comes down to waiting to the end, till they're about to be retired, because that's usually when stores want to offload their stock, their inventory for the next set of things that are coming in.
So this is the thing. I actually had a couple of questions lined up, so it's a good segue.
Yeah.
How does Lego kind of determine when a set retires? Like, what's the life expectancy of a Lego set?
It's a little unpredictable, but a lot of it comes down to demand.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, most Lego sets will stay in production a year to 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 2 years to be safe. But then if you get something that's like really high demand or niche, they might keep it on. Like, there's a set I have for my city that's the town square. The Assembly Square. And it's been in production for 5 years. It's only retiring this year.
Oh, okay.
Because there's been, I guess, consistent enough demand for it, as opposed to like those Black Panther sets last year. Like they retired them almost immediately because I think the demand just wasn't high enough.
Oh, okay. Okay, but what about something that's like where demand is? I think the Lego Ninjago ones, like some of those, I think the city sets, right?
Yeah.
Like there,
Yeah,
some of them are
so
really sought after, and I guess maybe it's because it's a combination. It's a big set, and the fact that it's really niche that no one could really afford it at that price, maybe is a little
yeah, and
expensive.
they keep them going on because I think the City Gardens, which I got maybe 2 years ago now, maybe more,
Mm-hmm.
it's just retiring. It's going to retire next. I think Ninjago is a franchise where they have a little bit. They're constantly putting like new series out, so they're
Yeah.
constantly cycling the toys. So I think they feel, at least with the general sets, like the smaller sets, that they have to move them through the cycle and push them out.
Okay. Okay.
Whereas those big like centerpiece sets, they can hang on a little bit longer because there is that need. Like, I mean, I don't have a lot of Ninjago sets, but I have those city sets because I mean they look amazing, but also because I have a city, so
Yeah,
I have a
I
place to put them.
saw one set. Which one was the one with there's a working toilet.
That's the new one that just came
That's a
out.
new one.
It's,
Okay. Okay.
yes. So there's been 4 in this kind of the modular Ninjago cities that have. So the new one is, I forget what it's called, but it has a working toilet.
Yeah,
It's
the little toilet goes through and then down the pipe and then into the river. I'm like, that's nuts.
yes. It, all of those sets have amazing play features. Like the very first Ninjago city, I remember like it has like a moving lift. It has an ATM that like spits out cash.
Yeah.
It has this really cute crab cooking setup where you
Okay.
like you put the crab in one end and then you can flip it over and a cooked crab comes out the other end.
Yeah.
So like they put so much effort not only into how they look, but like the playability of those, which I think I like sets that can do both.
It sounds like they've been doing a lot better since like kind of like how I remembered it like 30 years ago. Right. I think one of the kind of the groundbreaking action features that I can remember was like it was a flat piece. I think what we call it is maybe like a 1x2, and it was they printed on the dynamite on it. I can't remember what side it is, right?
Yeah,
But
and the
then
dynamite slid in. I
the
have a
slid
stage
in,
coach
and
that
then
blows
something
up.
just blows up, right?
Yeah.
I think it was maybe something like cowboy related.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
Western theme. I had those sets too.
Yeah, I think that's like crazy action. I remember the again, don't quote me on this. I don't remember what it was when they started doing when Lego started doing the underwater stuff. Maybe that was like 92,
Aquazone?
93. Aquazone, it was like the yellow and the blue, right?
Yeah,
That
I've got those too.
I have the pleasure of like I have that set, that base where you're picking up the crystals.
With the like the molded base.
Yes, the molded base. Yeah,
Those are so cool. They don't make those anymore. Those are such cool pieces.
They don't make the mold bases anymore?
No.
Oh.
Now everything's brick built. If the base is going to have terrain, it's all brick built.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks.
I guess it gives them more versatility, but yeah, the molded bases were really cool.
They were like I definitely.
Don't invite me over to your house. I will take it.
They're in my parents' place, just buried along with my bin of Lego, which like going back to kind of like again, like for me, I think Lego was probably like a lot of people's like first go-to kind of toy, right? Very good for the like imagination, very hands-on, and I just loved sitting down building stuff when I was a kid, and just I don't know, something took a turn, and then I don't know, I started collecting more Transformers, less of Lego. And yeah, I remember one of my first sets. I didn't have time to Google it because I actually wanted to Google it for you. It was like a set probably like in 1989 or 1990. It was like a fire truck set. I'll try and find it later on.
Okay, yeah.
But that was like my first Lego set. I remember one of the pieces for the ladder or the extension for it. It was like a giant like white piece, like molded, and then it broke in half. But yeah, that was very memorable for me. And then yeah, like I love Lego, which caused me to this is what I kind of wanted to this is what I kind of talk to you about, of kind of like a surprise.
Surprise.
Not a surprise, but talks about give the Butter Nation like kind of like a little taste of like a little bit of a throwback. If I can figure out where I put that. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna share this. So that that is me in, I think, I don't know, 90, 90, 91, 92. I don't know, but apparently I built some type of flying
Bus
bus
plane?
type of thing,
Oh, that
right?
is adorable.
Yeah, like I have a feeling it's like kind of Magic School Bus thing related. But obviously the pieces are this is classic like Lego, like hodgepodge, like whatever colored pieces and stuff like that, right? But yeah, that's why I want this is the kind of the surprise that I want to show you, right?
No, that is super cute.
And then this one,
The robot.
this is I guess the people that online they probably got a taste of it is me being all G and what I believe that this one might be, when did Jurassic Park came out? Probably like
93?
93, right? So this
Yeah.
picture might be 93. So doing the math wise, I like to think I was like either 6 or 7, maybe. If this is what it is. So what I tried to build was a T-Rex.
Oh, okay.
And I remember that if you open up, like the jaw opens up clearly, like hold on, I gotta zoom in, right? Like the jaw opens up here, right? And then you can I could actually put smaller Lego like figures or pieces inside,
like a little T-Rex mech.
T-Rex, and then it would go inside to the belly, and then somewhere in the belly, like we could kind of like open it up, and you can get the other dinosaurs in. Now I gotta try and figure out how to go to the next slide. Okay, so this is
okay. Now I see the dinosaur. Yeah.
So I built what looks like, what is this? It's probably like a brontosaurus type of thing. It's like a long neck.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe it didn't go. Maybe the mouth didn't go down, or maybe that was just all my imagination. I can't remember. Why does this one look a little bit different in color than the other one?
Maybe you rebuilt
it was like maybe I rebuilt it. It's like Model 1, Model 2. What am I doing? Interesting.
But it's but like I've noticed this also. Like when my nephew comes over and he plays with my Lego, and my niece. They're super young. Kids play with Lego differently than adults. Like we have fun, and like even when I'm free building, like there's creativity, but there's so much more abstract thought. It's really fun to watch kids play with Lego and like build these crazy things, and their imagination is substituting for a lot of it that we might think, oh, I've got to add this detail here or that detail there. But and I don't even know if it's possible to get that back, but I think like that is the best kind of,
and that's one of the things that I believe that the Lego movie really hits it dead on, right? Like I'm confident Lego movie hit very well for you. Like in my opinion, it was really well received, especially that at the end part of the whole message about like you make whatever you want to make, right?
Right.
Like type of thing. Use your imagination, go wild. This is what Lego is about, right? So
I remember watching that film, and I mean, I guess I should have probably figured out the ending earlier than I did, but it was like triggering all these childhood memories in me, because like I remember like like using a lollipop stick as a staff. Like those are real things that I did as a kid, like substituting other non-Lego things into the universe and doing all these like what are random, like, illegal techniques or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so then when it got to the end, it made absolute sense for me that like, spoilers for, I guess, for anyone who hasn't seen the movie, like this is a child playing with these things.
It's like the movie's like 5 or 6 or 8 years ago. Like,
they
don't worry about spoiling. Yeah.
Okay.
I think what I built here was maybe an attempt for a Back to the Future car in the DeLorean. Maybe. Maybe. This one's another angle of my weird brontosaurus and T-Rex and what looks like mushrooms all around it. I have no idea. But yo, shout out to my like bear shirt sweater. Holy crap.
That's super cute. Super cute.
Thank you. And then this is me. And okay, I don't know. I think this is like an RV. Maybe
Okay, yeah.
what I think. And then this, ladies and gentlemen, this is my not poor man's, but like 6-7-year-old attempt at like the Lego Batmobile. Ladies and
Okay, yeah.
gentlemen, this is
I
my
see.
Lego
I love the
Batmobile.
little wings. Yes.
Yes, the Lego Batmobile. And if there's a later picture. I don't know if you remember. Was it Batman? Was it the first Batman or the second Batman where there was armor on the car, right? It was just armored up.
Mm-hmm.
I actually built kind of like that armor for it, but we'll have to find it out later on. Okay, this one, maybe like
That's the Brontosaurus, maybe?
that's another Brontosaurus, but this might be. I think I discovered Zoids. I don't know if you're familiar with Zoids. Back then it was just like kind of like it was. I think shoot, who made Zoids? Was it Takira? I think it was Takira, but it was like a model kit type of Gundam type of thing, but it was like animals and like a T-Rex, like mechanical T-Rex sci-fi. Oof ass. Oh wait, no, it's Bitter Troll. I was always, but the doctor gave him cream to help. Oof says, "Did you build any Transformers?" I did. I was the purpose of me digging up these pictures really was to actually find you. I really wanted to find. There's one set that one couple builds that I was really proud of, and it was Power Rangers. When Power Rangers came out with the Thunder Megazord and then the White Tigazord, and I think it was called Titanus. I literally built that. And do you know how like Laura, like the Lego Marvel sets where you have kind of like the mini Lego figure like on a mech type of thing?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I started doing that back when I was 6 years old already.
See, I'm telling everyone, they just steal our ideas.
I'm just like like when they started putting the person or even just a head as like, you know, that little head and then the mech body. I'm like, I was doing that when I was 6. Right?
I guess it goes to show like kids love mechs.
Yeah. And then this is the whole thing that I made. So this actually went over that Lego Batmobile thing. Like to make it as like, oh, it's armored up.
It's extra armor. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is my room. My God, I love this my room.
I think that's also like because like when you're a kid, you don't care about like the right colors or that you're just having fun with it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, I didn't even have any of the colors. That was correct, right? I don't know why, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I had. I gotta find it. Give me one sec. I thought I had the pictures of my Godzilla ones, but they're not showing up. Huh. Well, I don't have time for that, but I actually built. Actually, you know what? I'll pull it up from my phone. Let's try and pull it up on my phone. I actually built my not poor man's attempt, but whatever, kid's attempt at like Godzilla. I built Godzilla, I built Mecha Godzilla, and I built Ghidorah.
Oh.
I thought I took those pictures. Where the heck are the pictures? Oh,
they're in a safe spot.
I hope they're a space spot. Why is this picture there? Where is this picture there? It's definitely not in these pictures. What the? Okay. All right, folks. Butter Nation, I'm sorry, but this is all I got.
Aww.
But that was like kind of like my, I don't know, 7, 8-year-old type of thing. But I gotta find better pictures of it. Or I gotta upload these pictures.
Oh, it
actually.
even has like 3 heads. That's so cool.
It is. I'm trying to find the one. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is a better. Oh my god, that hair. So this is my attempt at Ghidorah. So if you could see the 3 heads.
Yeah. Oh, that is so nice.
I tried.
I dig up, see if I have any pictures of my old, because I remember going through, like, I also had the big bin when it all got packed away.
Mm-hmm.
And like digging it out when I got older.
Yeah.
But I don't think I really saved too many of, like, I think I've got one from my child. It was like a speedboat thing that I had built.
Yeah.
But most of the rest I just reclaimed.
I actually have some speedboat thing as well, but then I don't know. Again, that's like pictures that I guess I thought I transferred over to my laptop, but I didn't. Bitter Troll, I've had the worst haircuts. Haven't we all when we were a child? Haven't we all?
It was before you knew what was good.
Yeah.
And I am almost done with bag 1, but I have to go back a few steps because I have, of course, skipped steps.
David asks, "Are those like Mazinger Z figures?" Okay, I gotta Google that. What is a Mazinger Z figure? Mazinger Z. No, it isn't. It was my attempt at Godzilla, Mechagodzilla, and Ghidorah. I don't think I ever watched Mazinger Z, but it is something. It's been on my to-do list because that robot thing does look pretty cool, and I should really actually pay attention if I like big robots and Transformers all the time. But yeah.
All right, so bag 1, we got our minifigures. Got Ahsoka.
Ooh, nice. Let me put you on the big screen. Well, I am not the big screen. You are the big screen.
Yeah.
So you got Ahsoka.
Jedi
training
droid,
nice.
Yeah. And it doesn't look like much, but I swear it's going to be a ship soon.
Oh, absolutely. It honestly, it never looks like it. It's just like, how is this supposed to look like what the box is? But then once it's actually finished, it's like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah, that's my best part, because it's like sometimes you're building stuff and you're like, these steps don't make sense, but they do make sense. You got to trust the process.
Yeah. So what are some of your, you know what, before I get into what some of your favorite lines are of all time growing up wise, I want to ask, going back to that brown brick, the QC thing, right?
Yeah.
Like the shelf life on Lego bricks, like for me, as a Transformer collector, there's certain, it varies in plastic quality sometimes, right? We got like for example, I have this, I'm gonna grab it right now. Like this Starscream, this shattered glass Starscream figure. I'm confident that you probably can't say. I should probably switch the thing. Like the yellow on it, there's some parts that are yellow that it's actually yellowing, right?
Yeah.
The quality of it's still strong, but then there's a yellowing issue. So there's a QC issue. There's a modern toy, right? And then when Beast Wars came out, which is Beast Wars Transformers, right? We had some issues on, like, you know, the back metal paint, and then we also had issues with plastic where it just starts getting brittle over time, right? You mentioned that brown Lego pieces are kind of notorious for that issue. Are there any other pieces or colors that have this type of issue?
So brown is definitely the worst for breaking. I think it has something to do, as I've been told, with the dyes that are mixed in with the Lego. They, I guess, compromise the structural integrity, because the other one that apparently I have never had any issues with, but is this this dark red.
Okay,
which is a color I absolutely love, but apparently it has also given people issues.
Oh no.
But
so it's just more brittle.
Yeah, it's more brittle.
Okay.
And then white does yellow. Just as, like, I should post the results, but I actually did some testing using, I think, hydrogen peroxide and sunlight, trying to And obviously you can't do this with an action figure because it would probably wreck all the other colors as well.
Not
But-
exactly. Like people usually take it apart. Like the people
yeah.
for Transformers trying to fix the stuff, they actually like take apart, like unscrew where they can, and they actually do bleach it. I've seen people do it for like game consoles, game controllers, things like that, right? So
Yeah,
pretty sure it's the same process.
I did the
Right?
same one. I had a Saturn rocket, which is like probably 80% white pieces. That just they caught a lot of sun because they were sitting in a study, and they all went. That was actually the weirdest thing. They didn't all uniformly turn yellow, but a lot of them did.
Okay.
So I've tried to bleach them back to white. It's not like perfect white, but it has helped a lot.
So what, UV is the biggest issue of it?
Yeah.
Or is it fluorescent lights? I can't remember what it was because
I think it's
Starscream.
UV.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because that Starscream figure, honestly, like I opened it once, whatever, displayed it temporarily, and then I just put it in my bins. Like I never touched it, and then I pulled it out, and it's like, oh great, it's yellow. So I guess maybe it was like some minor exposure to it.
I mean, I guess they all have. I know like people have done experiments like leaving Lego outside, and like the longer it sits in the sun, the worse it's either going to yellow or it's going to the colors are going to fade.
Yeah.
But I mean, for the most part, it's pretty durable, and like if you have a Lego brick from the 70s, it'll still work with the Lego brick that you bought this year.
So they do stand the test of time. Maybe some rounding issues of wear and tear, right? But aside from that, it's still strong.
Yeah. I think most of like my old, I'll get to that question in a second. Like Legos, the damage has come because I was a child playing as a child does.
Yeah.
I never got into Lego Dimensions. I know for myself,
I did.
right? Even though it was a very cool concept, right? Because there was like Back to the Future, Simpsons crossover thing, but you did. How big of a hole did it get into you?
I think I probably bought up like 80% of them.
Nice.
Like I got almost every single one, including themes that like I wouldn't ordinarily collect. I have like 2 massive bins of the vehicles and the minifigures that came with them.
Did that series last that long? Because I know that they kind of started going
maybe 2.
Like I saw a lot on clearance, and I was kind of debating. I'm like, oh, this is my excuse to get like Marty and Doc Brown, right? From the Back to the Future one, because I missed out on like I wanted that first DeLorean, but I never got to it. I think still aftermarket might be like 100, 120 still right now. But then they have the big set, so I was like, ooh, I want that one. Like
and the big set's really cool. You can display it in 3 different, like Back to the Future 1, 2, or 3.
Well, couldn't you do that with the smaller set as well? I thought you could have.
I don't recall. I didn't actually look at maybe you could, yeah.
I think you could have, but okay, whatever. It's still kind of like
I love Dimensions. I even love the game actually.
Oh, nice.
It's a game you definitely needed multiple people to play. I struggled to play it as a single person, but it's a fun party game. And I don't know. I'm sad. I guess games have to retire at some point anyway, but I really like the series.
Yeah, nowadays it's like all these updates and stuff like that, and then certain servers, if you're like online games, I've know that there's certain games that like once they shut down the servers, it's like it kind of sucks. It's like I can't play it anymore. Right? Like all these whatever skins that I might have bought and all that, poof, it's like gone. I'm like, what? Am I actually buying the game now? Or am I just buying the rights to play the game? Right?
Now it definitely feels like the latter. Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't own anything anymore. Not like back in the days when it's like Mario. It's like Nintendo, like those days. Everything's just virtual now. And they could take it all away from us.
Yeah, I know. It's very sad.
Yeah. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing. I didn't even transform this. It came like this, but this is a tank. It's a triple changer. It can turn into a jet, and then it's going to turn into a robot. And I'm going to try and turn it into a robot, but
Let's turn it into a robot.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm too lazy to look at instructions, but then I usually don't look at the instructions anyway.
Well, is it like? I mean, I don't know how universal they are, but I know with Lego, like sometimes it's a mistake, but like I'll start down in instructions and I'll be like, oh, I know where this is going because I've seen this technique, and then like I can kind of figure it out without paying too close attention. Or do they vary a lot?
With Transformers? No, like I think there's if you're kind of experienced enough, like it's a Rubik's Cube to me, right?
Oh, yeah.
I easily could look at the instructions, but then I think part of the fun is just really trying to figure out what the engineers were trying to do, right? Just maybe look at some pictures for reference, like the back of the box. But aside from that, yeah, it's just a Rubik's Cube for me. But Lego sets, I know, okay, maybe those really small bag sets, like I've probably done like no look instructions. The blind minifigures, definitely, probably a lot of times I don't look at the instructions for those, right? But have there been any large Lego sets where you actually, I don't even, like, can you actually freestyle it? Like, just go by, I don't know.
No, not the entire set, but there's like segments of it where you get to a page where, you know, you're building like a leg or like an accessory or something where it's like, nice. I can see how to do that without necessarily going step by step.
Yeah.
But at the same time, then you get to like, things where like I get overconfident and then I'm not paying close enough attention. Then I'll get like a few pages in and be like, oh crap.
It's like, oh, crap, I missed like 3 pieces or whatever. But then you already built
and
over
now I
it.
need to go back. And the further you get,
yeah.
The worse
we've been
back
there.
is.
Yeah.
I think my personal worst was in that Van Gogh set last year.
Okay.
Where I had made a mistake where I had placed a brick. So I got almost to the end, and at the end you have to slot a piece into another piece, and the piece I had to slot in was one stud over. So
and
it didn't
that
fit.
Means shift everything back.
So I didn't take the whole thing apart. I kind of like forcefully trying to pry pieces to separate them so I could shift things back across.
Yeah.
But I could not believe what I had done. It's because I wasn't paying attention.
Oh my. I guess Lego is really less forgiving and Transformers is forgiving if you skip a step or something like that.
I mean, it is forgiving. Like,
but there's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. If you make a mistake, yeah, it can be a lot of work. Yeah. And also the degree of forgivingness, I think, also depends on how familiar you are. Like at this point, I've built so many sets that I can kind of figure where I can break them, that I don't actually have to break them all down.
Yeah.
Kind of break it to fix the mistakes.
All right. So now that you said breaking, so this is perfect.
Yeah.
Another segue into one of my other questions. What do we call that brick separator? The orange piece? Is it just called a brick separator?
It's a brick separator, yeah.
Okay. Does it ever work? Does it actually work?
It does.
Like, I don't know. Maybe I've been using it wrong.
It is. So I still use my teeth a lot, but it is very useful. I don't know. This is probably it, but like, so it has like a couple functions. Like, so if you have like 2 plates that are. So this one I could separate.
I'm going to throw you up on the big screen.
Yeah. So
show me how it works. I've probably been using it wrong, right?
But you could theoretically use this. So you're basically, it's a pry bar, right?
Yeah.
You're kind of creating. It's attaching to the top piece and prying it off. The other thing it does really well. I don't have any tiles here, do I?
What? You don't have tiles?
I got all these like tiles. I got
flat tiles
everywhere. But and then I need a base plate. I got like bricks everywhere. There we go. We'll use this guy. So
and I love how organized you are. Like going in your place when I saw that wall of just those little cubbies and everything.
Lego parts,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's like those things are like, what is it? Industrial like tool shed. Like
yeah, I've got all these bins,
right? It's
so
just like,
and it's not even as in depth as I've seen other people. Like I mostly do by color and depending on how much I have, I'll break it
Mhm.
down into smaller categories. But like I've seen people who go down right down to the brick. So they're like
Yeah.
they're orange 1x2s and they're red 1x2s. It gets, but like, so if you have your plates,
Uh-huh.
this
Wow.
has like a scoopy bit at the bottom. So like
Okay, so
sometimes plates can
scoopy.
be difficult. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
okay. No.
so
I
basically,
thought you were supposed to use it the other way around.
yeah, no, it's a pry bar. And if you
I've
get
been
really good at it, you can do it in like one smooth. I'm not that good at it, clearly.
so
But like
I've
you
been
can run it across and they'll all just pop off.
so I've been using it wrong. I guess instead of that Scoopy bit, I've been doing it the other way, right? So
Yeah, like this way.
yeah, I've been doing it this way. So that's why
Yeah.
it hasn't been
So
working for
like
me.
it'll
Ugh.
work, but yeah, it's not as you gotta it's thinner on the underside. So then
Okay.
you got
Okay. And
hard one
now I know. And it's rounded, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like it's rounded on the top side
Mhm.
and it's got like a thin bit on the underside, so you can like stab it under and pop it off.
Yeah. And then there's one more part in it. I think it's at the bottom. Is
It's
there?
this like
Oh, it's
pokey bit.
okay. It's a top. It's a top thing.
This
That's
part
cool.
I very rarely use.
When do you
It's
use
to like
that?
get stuck out of. Oopsie, sorry, piece. So like if you have these Technic pins, for instance.
So you just push it out from the other end.
So there's a Technic pin that's like even shorter than this. It's kind of tricky to get out. But
Yeah.
then you basically just.
Oh,
Gee, I hope I
okay.
don't need that part.
Well, thank you for giving me that
Here's
tutorial
some.
because honestly, I have never I guess I really never used it correctly, especially that flat bit. I just never used it correctly.
Yeah, you gotta go underneath, and if you get good at it, like I can do it on a hard surface where you can like run it across and you can pop like a whole bunch off in a single go.
That's nice. Okay, I'm gonna try and find all my flat pieces one day. When I go back to my parents, I'm gonna try and pop it off on the single go. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, so there's so it is very useful.
Okay.
And I'm not saying I don't like still pry stuff off with my teeth, which I probably shouldn't do, but
I've done that before. I'm pretty sure everyone's done that before. Hence, that's why my pieces are rounded, like I was talking about, right?
Yeah, I definitely have some old minifigures where you can see like their necks.
Yes.
Obviously, I was like biting them and ripping their heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. I learned that how the Lego factories, like how they do the printing on like the Lego minifigures and why some of the minifigures necks has that
have a little
kind of like that paint or whatever that thing, right? And
to set the printer.
That's nuts. I was just like, holy crap, that's the reason why? That's nuts. But yeah, that was pretty cool.
Like I actually went last year to visit the Lego factory.
Yes, I remember that.
Denmark.
I remember that.
And it is so cool. There are a lot of humans working there, but the level of automation that they have is just like robots running parts, like printing the parts. It's crazy. It's a very finely tuned machine, basically.
Yeah.
And the humans are there just to make sure the robots don't rise up and murder us all.
I remember like was watching like your stories and thing. It just reminded me of almost like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but Lego.
Yeah.
Right. And then you got it. You got a chance to visit. Was it the Lego Vault? Right, or something like that, where there's a lot of retired
that was a tour where they have so they have, I think there's multiple vaults, but that one basically they have a copy of every Lego set ever produced that goes into this vault.
Yeah.
For history's sake.
Yes. But you can't buy any of them. They're just it's there.
No.
Those
are it's essentially a museum.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that was real cool.
It was super cool. And that vault, they were saying that year we were there, it was at capacity. That they've actually created a new one to keep going.
Nice. How big was this vault?
It
in your
wasn't
opinion?
actually that big because it had. I don't know if you saw in the story. They were almost like these old archive. Like you wheel them, you could move the
Yes.
shelves.
They're like it almost looked like a library. It's just a bunch
Yeah,
of shelves. That's all it is. Yeah,
yeah, and then it was just Lego sets by ear, basically.
that's crazy. How much crazy stuff did you see in it that you were like, OMG?
It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, seeing like all these sets from my childhood, like the Adventurers series, sets that both sets I had and sets that like I had wish I had. And then also just like sets that like I never got because they came out during my dark ages. So I've missed out on them, and I was like, oh, if I hadn't have given up on Lego, I could have so much cool Lego.
That is I get it.
Yeah.
I think I've had maybe some of that since my inception of like just trying to start collecting Transformers, right? There was probably a period of time where I kind of stopped a little bit and just chilled out. And I probably blame Kev because he started, diverting me into buying Marvel Legends because the MCU is blowing up, right? So
Right.
I probably took a little break during that time. So Kev, I blame you. I blame you, Kev. Yeah. But yeah, fuck, that was an awesome. Thanks for the information. I think like the nitty gritty questions, like I think like yeah, I remember. Yes, it was the brown, the quality piece, and definitely yeah. Okay, cool. I think like that. Those are honestly, guys, like those were my personal questions, and I really wanted to know. I just didn't have time to message you about it.
Yeah. And like I think I do actually have some brown that I have kept that is snapped. I haven't had much of it snapped, but I do have like little pieces. Like that's a plate. I'm gonna take them out of their little baggie. My little baggie of shame. It's dumb because they're broken, but I can't bring myself to like
throw it out. You don't
throw them away.
Throw it away. What about Craggle? Would Craggle help?
I mean, it would help, I suppose, but
But it just ruins the integrity of whatever you need to build on top of it, right? So you can't really
exactly. Because like, so the thing is, these pieces are so finely engineered, to like the nanometer, that if you start messing with the structure at all, then they don't fit together as well.
Yeah, like there are these kind of the bootleg knockoff Lego displays that I don't know if you ever came across, like Smart Maple. Locally here, I don't know if you know what Smart Maple is locally. But whatever Asian store, they have these these knockoff Lego displays, right? And definitely I've been putting my Lego minifigs in there, right? And definitely the base, like they do not say it's like Lego compatible, but I know they're like a micromillimeter like off, and I could just feel it stressing out either my Lego piece or me stressing out the knockoff piece. Yeah. So I'm just like, ugh. Like
and then that is the kind of thing that over time will lead to like the cracking. Cause like, I know I do, when I display my minifigures, I do use bricks or like, so they're just standing on a brick. Yeah. But like, I know people who they've bought, I don't know if I have any here, like these, whoopsie. And here we go. So they're like basically it is an official Lego part, but instead of having studs, you basically are just sliding a Lego
sliding
in.
Okay. Yeah. And using that
because they're concerned of the feet cracking. And I haven't had it happen to me, but it does happen.
Okay, that's good to know. I didn't even know that piece existed. I've never seen that before.
If you're ever looking for a piece, Bricklink, that's where I need to go.
Okay, they don't sell it at like the Lego store right now?
They might have it in the Pick a Brick. Not necessarily at the store, but they do have a huge you can buy like piece by piece online.
Yep, Bricklink I'm aware of. I like
No,
did I
but even
buy-
on the Lego at Lego.com, like the pick a brick at Lego.com is
Pick a brick.
way
Okay.
bigger than the ones you'll find at the store.
Okay. Good to know. I'm probably just gonna ask you, do you have this? Like, which
That's okay.
reminds me that I still have to pick up. Was it the Dwight pieces? Was it not Dwight
Yes,
pieces? No.
I have them. I was
Yeah.
actually thinking the other day I should just mail them to you.
No. Well, I'm pretty confident that maybe I'll swing by, right?
Okay.
I'll swing by because like there is one once in a blue moon that like I have been in that area, and then I just didn't get a chance to contact you ahead of time, right? But I don't think we need to waste money on mailing it out.
Yeah, I just felt so bad because I was like,
No,
like
why would you have to
forever
feel bad? I'm the one that's asking for help, and it turns out that I had, one of the harder to find pieces accidentally.
oh yeah,
Right? I'm just like, what?
You have the head, right? You had everything
I
but
think so. No, the body. I think it was the body, but let me. So for the Butter Nation who doesn't know, the office, Lego building set doesn't come with Andy Bernard.
Yeah.
I think it's Andy Bernard, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was missing. I wanted to make my own Andy Bernard, so I reached out to Laura, and she told me, "He's like, yeah, I have some of these pieces," and I'm like, "What?" And it turns out I had one of the harder to find pieces. I think.
maybe it was the body. You're right.
I think it was the body.
And a lot of that is just a function of I have so much of it now that like that's part of the reason why I want to build more of my own stuff, just to use some of the collection of parts. Yeah. So I have the body. It's the Ross Geller torso, and I have an extra Ross Geller torso because I had to buy 2 of those sets.
Yeah.
In order to make, I have a friend's apartment mock that is somebody else's design.
Okay.
But they offered the instructions up. So, but yeah, so I needed 2 Lego sets plus a few extra parts to make that.
Nice. So it was the body that I needed for you, and I think I had the head.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. So I've got the body, the pants, and the hair for you.
Okay, and I have the head.
You had the head. I think the head is one of the Ghostbusters heads, maybe.
It says it appears in the Ghostbusters, the actual one, and the Carnage shield attack, which
yeah,
that's the one that I luckily got somehow. It was just like out of all the sets that I got, I was like, yes, I'm like, it's worked out.
Yeah, so I know it's like, because now, so I build my own stuff, but then I also see other, like, there's so many creative people out there, and a lot of them, like, they build stuff and then they share their instruction either for free, or there is a site called Rebrickable where people post their own instructions for like the price ranges, like sometimes it's $1, sometimes it's like $15.
Okay, this is their own instructions. You're saying, right?
Yeah, so they've basically designed a set themselves and published it. So you can go get the instructions, and then if you have the parts,
you can make it.
You can make it, yeah.
Yeah, and go source the parts at Bricklink, right? Or
exactly,
whatever, right? I think I was trying to source parts to make the Breaking Bad RV.
Oh,
but then I just got lazy, and I was like, I'll just probably buy like an aftermarket knockoff part of it, right? What's your take on knockoff Lego? You a fan on it? Or?
I'm not a fan, just from the perspective, kind of what you mentioned earlier. Like, it just doesn't feel right.
Okay. Like they don't fit as well, right? The quality of the plastic doesn't feel right. Pieces don't fit.
I mean, that, and also, so far, none of the franchises that the knockoffs come in have been like enough to like, oh, I really want to try that.
Okay.
So like most of the franchises, Lego's making them.
Okay.
So I just buy officially from Lego.
All right. Cool. Word. So it's not even needed. Essentially, that's what it is, right?
For
You
me,
don't need to
no.
bother
Yeah.
for it. Yeah. That's
I
good.
think the only franchise that I would, I think Mega Bloks got the license for it. But if Lego ever started making Star Trek ships,
Okay.
I would bankrupt myself.
Yes, because you are quite a fan of Star Trek.
I am, yes.
Yes,
So
I remember that.
So there is a third party site that does them,
Mm-hmm.
but they're also not cheap. So far I haven't committed.
Okay. Doesn't look right.
I think, yeah. All right, here we go. Bag 2. I think we got everything except the stickers. Let's put the stickers on. Stickers are that's like, there's so much pressure.
Aren't you like pro at it by now?
I have my moments. I think the trickiest part is kind of
The centering.
Yeah, exactly. Boop. There we go. It's not bad.
All right. It took me some time. I wasn't paying attention, but this is what we
Hey,
got.
the jet.
This is jet mode.
Okay. All right. I like it.
Okay, now for robot mode. I'm pretty sure robot mode is easier.
All right. On to bag 3 and the bad guy. What was this guy's name?
I have no idea. I'm sorry, guys.
watch
Everyone. Oh, this guy's name? Blitzwing. This guy's name.
Oh no, I was
Blitzwing.
referring to the bad guy in this.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
The bad guy. I don't know. Admiral Thrawn? Is he one of the bad
He's in
guys?
it too, but this is like the
Another bad guy?
yeah, he
have
looks
not-
like a Inquisitor.
Okay, I have not started Ashoka yet. And if Yoko was here, she would kill me. But yeah.
I have to admit, neither have I.
What have you watched? I assume Loki?
Loki, I did watch Loki. I really enjoyed that.
Epic. I think Bitter Troll said Merrick. I think Merrick might be the
Merrick, yes, thank
Merrick?
you.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, Loki, man,
That was
our boy. He's grown up. He's evolved.
No, it was
It
they did such a good job.
Top tier. Like I think just like I was talking to like my friend of mine, and I would say there's certain key moments in the MCU that's like Captain America picking up the hammer, right?
Yeah.
That was like like whatever, right? And then definitely Tony Stark the final snap, right?
Yeah.
Those were some key moments, but really, like, I don't know, man. This Loki moment where just when he was transforming into kind of like his final form now, picking up the whatever we call it, the strands of time or the branches of time, like that whole thing was just like that. I think that to me it hits harder than those moments that I previously mentioned.
Well, it's also one of those things where, like, we've seen this character over what, more than
14
a decade now of
14
content.
years.
Like,
Yeah,
and like his ups and his downs, and from being the bad guy to trying to redeem himself. I think so. That's why it's such a big payoff moment, because like you're almost proud of him, right?
Yeah, it is, because it's to me like nothing hits harder than tragic heroes, stories of tragic heroes.
Yeah,
like it's the best. Loki, I've evolved. Yes, you have, my good sir. Yes, you have. Great show, by the way. Ben Bitter Troll says he's earned the global golden throne by growing up and being a good guy who cared about others beside himself. That is true. That is true. And it was beautiful. It's a thing that, he finally got what he wanted. but then he lost
And then
it
he had to
at the same time. But then,
sacrifice it.
yeah, it was just like, oh, that just to me, it just slaps. It's right in the feels. Definitely right in the feels.
Yeah, that's how they get you, man.
Yeah, it is. And have you watched Captain Marvel yet?
I did, yes. The Marvels?
Did you? Yeah. The Marvels. Did you enjoy it?
I did. I don't know
You
why
did?
people were
Okay,
giving it such a hard time.
Good on you.
Well,
Good.
no, I know why people were giving it a hard time.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I
for
won't. Yeah.
yeah. Like I'm still looking forward to watching it, right? And obviously all those just the reviews and just people review bombing and all that is just it's just unfortunate.
I thought it was a lot of fun. There were bits where even I was like, maybe we're going a little too far, but
Yeah.
overall, I enjoyed it. And
Okay.
I think the other thing, and maybe it's hard because if you've been on this journey since I don't know whenever Iron Man 1 came out,
2008, I think.
yeah, I think in the last like 4 years, especially, the content has diverged so much.
Yeah.
In terms of like the streams, and I don't mean like the timelines or whatever it is. I mean like the
streaming content.
The
you're talking about
the themes, not themes, like like the
genres. The themes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think maybe like it's okay that you don't enjoy something. Like you don't have to take it all in. You don't have to like not all these characters have to be equally liked by everybody.
Yeah.
So I think some people are taking it personally like, oh, I hate these characters. But it's like it's okay. Then don't watch these characters.
Then don't watch it, right? Like shut up, go away.
Over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's always like, oh, Marvel's going downhill, blah blah blah. They're tanking it or whatever. I'm like, just don't watch it. Why do you waste time 45 minutes ranting?
Just
right?
So you can,
about it, right?
Well, I think some of them do it for their clicks. So
yeah,
everything's a content mine now.
Yeah, that's true.
I say as I sit here on this content mine. But
yeah, no, okay,
I think
cool.
People just like to make, so I don't know. I enjoyed it.
Okay, that's good. That gives me hope. For it again, I've been trying to just carve out time to watch it.
Yeah. But I mean, also, I guess in to preface mine, like I like the lighter hearted stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Not like there's definitely place for serious stuff, and like that ending of Loki, for instance, was perfect.
Yeah.
But like, I also like the more comic-y parts of the comic book universe, as opposed to like where everything has to be like gritty and like
yeah.
Everybody has to be miserable. I want to feel happy sometimes.
Yeah. Johnny says the Marvel was fun. It just had a couple of over the top parts. I was really cringe, and I wish the villain just wasn't a girl Ronin. Oh, it was a girl Ronin. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Still looking forward to it.
So,
David,
and I think
yeah, I can agree. I can agree.
So, in response, like ruin some beloved characters. I think there are two ways to look at it in terms of, like, some of these characters have decades of history behind them, and like the Marvel isn't the MCU isn't the first time. There've been different takes on these characters.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for me, I like to think of it more as like a mythology where you can take the themes, you can take the characters, and you can make new stories out of it and be comfortable with that. Not everyone's comfortable with that. I get it. You know how this person was in this storyline, and that's fine. But I think I like the storytelling mechanism where you can try new things. And it's not going to work all the time.
I agree.
There's definitely been failings, but
yeah, I think even with Tom Holland, right?
Yeah.
His iteration of Spider-Man, right? There was originally, doubt. I think there was doubts about what he is, and everyone's always just kind of like talking about, oh no, he can never be Tobey Maguire, or whatever it is, right? For me, I think Andrew Garfield was like the best. Right, but
I really felt bad that he didn't get another movie in his You should have got a trilogy, damn it.
It to me, the
I'm out.
Amazing Spider-Man franchise, like, yeah, it definitely deserved the third one. I didn't think it was that bad as people said it was, right? I actually enjoyed number 2 a lot. But yeah, but either way, like Tom Holland's doing amazing. He acted as hard out on the latest one, right? What was it? Home, No Way Home.
No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Yeah.
Yeah, frick, that, like I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, I do like how they're almost resetting him in this universe.
Yes, because the whole trilogy was pretty much
Spider-Man. I think
the whole trilogy that Tom Holland had was basically his origin story. Yeah, and I thought it was very smart, like how they did it.
Yeah, because I mean, essentially, if you think about it, like it would have been very difficult to shoehorn like Andrew Garfield or even Tobey Maguire Spider-Man into the MCU.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I mean, short of what they're going to do now, I assume with the X-Men and like literally say, "Oh, our universe is going to go hang out with your universe now."
Yeah.
I assume it's going to be more complicated than that, but that's...
Oh, yeah. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Whatever that may be. I don't know. I still think Marvel... At least I still think Marvel... The MCU is still better than what DCEU has kind of pumped out, right, in the past.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
And it makes me sad because I think before the MCU, I was a DC fan. Like I read a lot more DC books than I did Marvel books. Like I literally started reading Marvel stories after those movies started coming out.
Ah, okay. So the MCU definitely got you. Put you on the hype train because of it.
And like, just, I guess it also comes back to like what people were saying about ruined characters. Like some of those characters I knew first in the MCU, and I don't like them as much in their comic book form.
Like who?
Like I like what Marvel has done with them, and maybe that's because I got there first.
Yeah.
But
like who was a good example of that? You know what you're pointing out.
Like I'm not a huge fan of Captain America. I think I have the same criticism for him I think a lot of people have for Superman, in that I find him a bit boring.
Okay, so you're saying he's boring in the MCU, or is he boring in the comics?
In the comic books.
Okay, yeah, okay. No, I can agree.
Whereas like by the end of it, like I love Chris Evans and his Captain. Like,
isn't he such a dreamboat?
Not just that, I mean, yes, he is a dreamboat. I mean, and the outfits don't hurt, right?
Yeah. That America's ass, right?
Yeah. But yeah, also just the way, like, the characterization they gave him in his storylines.
Yeah, I think like the first Captain America, I was just like, nah, okay, it was kind of cheesy and stuff like that. But then the Winter Soldier one, like that really got me really liking Chris Evans, like this portrayal of Captain America. Yeah, like
Winter Soldier, I think is one of my favorites.
It's easily, if it's not number one, it definitely top 3 for me in the MCU. And I got so hyped up for Secret Invasion because it really felt like that we were gonna get that vibe, right?
Yeah.
But honestly, Secret Invasion wasn't as bad as everyone, like in my opinion, it wasn't as bad as what everyone's is saying about it.
It wasn't bad. I think it was a missed opportunity.
It was like that. Yeah. To me, the final fight was just like, what? That was it.
Yeah. And then like I feel like Rhodey just drew the short straw, essentially, be like, we need someone.
Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting. So that pegs him that pretty much after the events of Civil War, he's been out.
Yep.
He didn't even know all his friends like passed away. Like he didn't even know, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got to feel bad for him on that point, but yes.
Yeah.
I think it's so. I personally would have liked a Nick Fury show, but like I know Shield has been destroyed in the MCU, but I would have liked like an MCU take on Agents of Shield, like
Yeah.
where they did like espionage type stuff.
And that's what I was really hoping. Like,
yeah.
I think you and me both, like, we're like hoping Secret Invasion was like that.
Yes.
And they dropped the bucket.
So,
And
hey,
that's
all right, it's pretty good. I'm still.
Was it bag 3?
Yes, bag 3. It's because you're distracting me with your words.
I'm distracted. Oh, my words. I'm sorry. I'll shut up now.
No, it's okay. I have to put these parts on.
I wasn't sure about Chris Evans at first because of Johnny Storm, and I agree he did such a good job of Captain First America. Like, it changed my mind. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Like, I was skeptical about it. I'm like, what? How can they cast the Human Torch as Captain America? But once I saw it, I was like, okay, I see it. And then once Winter Soldier came out, I was like, I'm sold. I'm all in.
Oh, come on, you can do it. Get this port. I mean, I think that's also a testament to like not because I think oftentimes we see those casting announcements and we're like, oh, this is gonna be terrible.
Yeah,
and we don't really give people a chance.
I'm trying to remember who I was skeptical about. Who was the biggest person that I was skeptical about? Tom Holland was definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Not Carol Danvers. I don't know. I'm thinking about Chris Pratt as Star-Lord, really. But then at the same time, it's like I wasn't sure about what Guardians of the Galaxy was, right? I knew kind of a little bit about it. And obviously James Gunn, Chris Pratt, everyone just blew my socks off. And again, Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, is definitely like top 3 for me as well.
Yeah.
Because it just made these kind of like ragtag group of people, just nobodies that you don't know who these people are. And it's like they're household names now, right?
Yeah. What have I done? I've gone and I've fudged up these instructions somehow.
Oh no.
I think these pieces are this is a bad piece, I think.
Dom says, I feel like every Batman had petitions against them before the movies. I agree.
Yes.
I literally
no one has ever had faith in who got cast as Batman. And quite frankly, I don't think any of them have done that bad a job.
George Clooney, maybe?
Was it George Clooney's fault or was it the nipples? He had the nipples.
George Clooney's nipples? No, I'm just joking. Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, no, I think he was the one with the suit with the nipples. Yeah, that is true. But yeah, definitely I know Rob Pattinson got a lot of heat on it. I don't recall Christian Bale having much heat, but to Oof's point, Heath Ledger as Joker like definitely got a lot of heat.
Yeah,
and I remember Heath Ledger passed away on my birthday. Like one of my closest friends called me. I thought he called me to wish me happy birthday, but no, he called me. It's like, turn on the news, turn on the radio. Heath Ledger's dead. I'm like, what? Oh. I remember that. My buddy Justin Shabagoo, it was skeptical of Ryan Reynolds after Green Lantern.
Yeah, well, that's fair, isn't it?
That is fair. That is fair, but hey, he's killing it as DP, right? Like, he's just born to play Deadpool. Loki. This rumor about Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic.
Is it a rumor or is it official?
I don't know. Is it official?
I saw it too.
Everyone, like, I thought
it had been announced.
I haven't seen anything official from like Marvel yet.
Oh,
right?
okay.
I think this is all just casting rumors, but like, you know, I could be wrong.
Yeah, because I've seen everyone reacting to it, so I just assumed it must be a fact.
Yeah, that one I don't know, but do you see Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic? Can you see him right now? I feel like he needs to lose the mustache for
to remotely convince me. But then without the mustache,
Yeah.
I don't feel like he's Pedro Pascal.
That he's not Pedro Pascal. Yeah.
You know?
Like I said, I want to give him a shot, but yeah, no, he's not the first person that would jump to mind.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know a lot of people, especially after the Doctor Strange movie, were really hoping for John
Krasinski.
Krasinski, thank you.
Yeah, I want John Krasinski. I think it was the Boss Logic concept art that really kind of blew it up.
Yeah,
it was just amazing, right? And I think he definitely looked the part. The acting wise, I know people are kind of like, yeah, it looks kind of thing, but he only got like 5 minutes, and he turned into spaghetti, right? Like, I don't know. I think he looks like Mr. Fantastic to me. I want him, but I'm more than happy to have Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, so far I've liked him in everything he's done, so I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. So Pedro Pascal, I trust. Dom says Pedro Pascal can't be everyone.
Can't he?
Can't do it. He could. Wasn't there a thing going on about something about Pedro Pascal's being people's daddy or something?
Yeah, he's because he keeps showing up in shows where he's like protecting a child.
Yeah. There's some recent casting rumor. Oh, not a recent casting rumor. I think Chris Pratt's kind of like acting career ever since Guardians really like took off. Like, doesn't he have the most Lego minifigures technically? Star-Lord Lego minifigure.
He
Emmett,
might, yeah.
Lego.
He's got Emmett, he's got Star Wars.
And then not Star Wars.
Not Star Wars, sorry. Star-Lord. That's what
Star-Lord, Guardians of the Galaxy, and then Jurassic Park.
Yep.
And
he's actually two characters in the Lego movie because he's also Rex. I think Rex was the name of the other guy.
So
in terms of characters,
he's playing Garfield now.
I know, but I feel like the tide is turning on him because I've seen a lot of negative comments about how he's now playing all these
characters, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know who has more roles, Pedro Pascal or is it like Chris Pratt right now?
I think Chris Pratt's leading, but
Chris Pratt's leading. He was
on his heels.
Yeah, he did Mario.
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, I heard about this one too. Mads Mikkelsen as Doom.
Oh, to play like Doctor Doom.
Yeah, Doctor Doom. I can see it, but again,
good,
it's interesting how like Mads Mikkelsen was obviously in the first Doctor Strange, right? And it's like, can we start repurposing actors like that now in the MCU?
I think they've opened the door for that kind of thing.
What else is it? Did they casted anybody as somebody else already?
Because I mean, the thing is, I assume Fantastic Four is going to take place in one of these alternate realities. Like, I assume they're not just going to drop them straight into the MCU.
That's true.
Blue.
Oh,
maybe I'm wrong.
Wait, Gemma Chan. Yes, you're right. Okay, yeah. Yo, Jim Carrey as Dr. Doom. No, to Loki's point, yes. I guess Matt Mickelson can be because Gemma Chan played Captain Marvel, Minerva, I think it was, and then obviously played I can't remember the name in the Eternals.
In the Eternals, yeah.
Yeah. So yes, you're right. Yes, Matt Mickelson for Doom. Okay. I'm down. I'm down for.
I'd definitely be,
Jim Carrey as Dr.
I think
Doom,
he is very good at his job. That job being acting and whatnot.
Mads?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mads. I like Mads. Mads did very good in a game called Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Have you played that one? Or you heard about it?
I haven't played it, but I've seen a bunch of other people playing it.
Yeah, like that. Man, that was cool.
And he wasn't he in the Hannibal TV show?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Him, yeah. All right, we're getting
close.
We're getting twisty, so that think that means we're close.
Twisty means close.
Yeah, see, I got a little
Oh.
mechanism.
Let's see the mechanism. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so I think the wings are going to rotate around this. Let's see if I can figure out the correct way to put it on. It's going to go on like this. Woo! Now I just have to build the rest of it. Easy!
Okay, Miss Air Bear says Warwick Davis has most minifigs. Wicked Everywhere Star Wars, Bald Star Wars, Professor Harry Potter, DDBD Star Wars, Weasel Star Wars. I don't even know who this guy is, but I'm gonna Google it right now.
He's one of the dwarves.
Oh, you're right. Star Wars, World Star Wars. Oh, okay, yeah, Miss Airbear, yeah. Warwick Davis wins.
There you go. See, learn a new thing.
Yes, Willow.
I
Yes.
don't collect enough Star Wars for me to know that. That's my problem.
Yeah, I just know his name, but yes, I remember Willow. That one I watched.
Yeah.
And the Leprechaun. Yeah, that was a scary movie.
It was.
And
Yeah.
I can't believe I watched it as a kid. Like, what are my parents? My parents are awesome.
Well, you're not traumatized, so it must have been okay.
I'm not. I remember one of the first movies that my parents let me watch that, in my opinion, was kind of scary. Was Clash of Titans, the I don't know what, the old one. It was a stop
Yep.
motion animation, and the part that always got me freaked out the most was it was near the end when they met Medusa.
Okay, yeah.
Medusa.
I haven't
and
seen
it
the
was
original one, but yeah.
It was just creepy as heck. And I used to poop my pants a lot on it.
And how old were you? Like,
I was like 3.
oh my god, that is, yeah, okay. So I don't remember that many scary movies when I was young, except my dad took me to Jurassic Park, and I must have been like 6 at the time.
Yeah.
And I do remember being a bit afraid in that. Stick a 6. But it's one of my favorite movies now, so obviously it was for the better.
Jurassic Park 1?
Yeah, the original, yeah.
Yeah, the original one is always definitely up there. That's what got me building like more Lego of stuff, right? So Miss Erber says there are voice actors that technically have more minifigs. Ninjago, Anime, Star Wars, Barbaric.
Okay, I'll give you that.
True.
Yeah.
Look, that is true. That is true.
Yeah, because there are like if you collect Ninjago, there are like dozens of variations of like all of the ninjas.
Just voiced by the same people. Because they're voice actors, right? They play as many people as they want.
I was gonna say it's a good gig if you can get it, but I actually think they don't get compensated that well. So
No, not that well.
not like live action actors.
Oh, Laura. I think Miss Airbear says hi.
Oh, hey, how's it going? You came. How was your Thanksgiving?
Thanks for showing up, Miss Airbear. Or Mrs. Brick Collector. Hello. Welcome to Toying Around's Unboxing Thursdays.
There we go. See, I got you one new viewer.
What do you got, my buddy, a viewer. You got the Butter Nation a viewer.
Oh, yeah.
Word.
But all right.
That is okay. Maybe I have something else to unbox. Oh no. What did I do?
I'm sorry. This is taking too long.
No, it's not that. No, it's been awesome. Like hanging out. I'm not trying to rush this or anything like that. Like I hope you're having fun.
Oh no, I am for sure.
Yeah. Okay, this is something I don't know if I can. Okay, this I've been waiting on to unbox.
Ooh.
Buzzworthy Bumblebee Optimus Prime Studio Series. So this is from the Beast Wars movie, the Rise of the Beast movie one.
Oh, was it any good? I didn't get to see it.
Absolutely not.
Okay,
Don't bother.
Never mind then.
Absolutely not. I did not like it. Go check it out when you're at home. Thank you for subscribing, Miss Herber. Thank you.
Ooh.
Yeah. I just wasn't a fan. I remember Transformer movies has always been one of those movies where, aside from the first one, I've always been kind of, you shouldn't talk inside a movie theater. You and me, we would know, right? You shouldn't make noises.
Yeah.
But Transformers has always been one of those movies where I've actually shouted out in the movie theater, like in displeasure. I remember the time when, shoot, which one was
I was
this?
gonna say displeasure. That's not good.
Oh, it was. I think the one with, was it Kelsey? I think Kelsey Grammer was on one of them. I think that was probably Age of Extinction.
Yeah.
Right? And I remember, like, Kelsey's character wasn't the best of guys, right? Definitely a bad person. He started killing some Transformers. And I remember that just really enraged Optimus Prime a lot.
Oh, was that the one where he starts, like, executing people, basically?
Yes, that's the part where kind of that threw me off. Like, where Prime was like, I'm gonna kill him, right? And he tried to kill, or did kill, Kelsey Grammer's character. And I remember after that death, I was just like, what? Like, Optimus Prime doesn't kill? I'm like, that just totally ruined it for me.
Oh.
And it just went downhill. And I think the one after that, which was something Nights, The Last Night, I think it was called. I remember Mark Wahlberg one. Yeah. Somewhere in the final fight, I remember I was just so displeased about everything, and I actually literally walked out for like 5 minutes. I was just like, I can't watch this. I was just so pissed off. And I tell you, folk, like, I don't walk out of movies, but I walk out of Transformers movies.
Wow, I mean, nobody wants. Yeah, I know. That
was just unfortunate.
I think I have the same thing. I will sit through, and I have seen a lot of movies because we got to go for free for so long.
Yeah.
The only movie I've ever, and I didn't walk out, but I wanted to, was that last Fantastic Four movie.
That bad, eh?
That was the one I think they threw together almost last minute just so they could keep the license, and I think it showed.
and then to the director's point of view, because he was actually upset at, like, that wasn't supposed to be his vision. That's not how he wanted to push out the movie. But then there were studio heads that kind of just kept meddling. Or maybe that was just his excuse, and actually that was his vision, and he just he shit the bed. I don't know.
Execute as well as
yeah.
I mean, I can believe this. I think that's whether you agree or disagree with the character, like where the characters have gone in MCU. I think the one good choice and the reason why MCU has worked out better than the DCU is they picked someone to like be in charge, and then they could mitigate some of that meddling. And I'm not saying there hasn't been. I think there's definitely times where I feel like they've shoehorned things in because they thought it would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Based on demand or whatever. But I think it has helped as opposed to having a lot of people doing a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And then different people meddling in a lot of different things. Yeah.
Like I know for a fact that what is it? Can I say it's Marvel at the time? I think it was Marvel. They didn't want to do Black Panther. There were some executives up top that didn't want to do it. They just didn't believe in it, for obviously reasons, right? And Feige was definitely one of those people that wanted to do it. And it took the whole Disney buying it out so that they could shift like leadership and Feige actually having control. That's why Black Panther was actually made
was yeah.
Like that actually finally got the attention that it needed and got made. Same thing with like Shang-Chi, same thing with whatever. So like I do believe that in Feige we trust type of thing, right?
Yeah.
I also believe right now with the DCEU, like I don't know, I kind of in James Gunn I trust.
You have a little bit of a little more faith.
I got a little bit more faith,
going.
right? Like with Suicide Squad, okay. Right, but with what's that show with John Cena? I keep thinking Homelander. It's not. Yeah, Peacemaker. Like I honestly I don't care about Peacemaker. Who cares about Peacemaker? But actually,
but they made you care, kind of, didn't they?
They made me care. Like
yeah.
Peacemaker was honestly one of the more better. Like it is top tier like comic series, like storyline. John Cena just totally makes it.
Yeah, and I think that like goes back to like the power of being able to tell those stories. Like the Guardians is also they were like a C tier comic book.
Yep.
That essentially the MCU elevated up because they were willing to like take that chance or wanted to. Someone was like, yeah, let's give it a go.
Yeah. Because they needed to go somewhere cosmic,
cool
right?
Stories.
For obvious reasons, they need to go somewhere cosmic. But yeah, so that's why in James Gunn, I trust. So I hope that it's going to be good, whatever the future holds.
I just to bring this back to Lego, am just excited for the prospect of getting more DC Lego sets because there has been an absolute drought the last couple of years. Like I don't know, Warner Brothers just their entire what's it called when you make toys? You license them out? Seems has like completely dried up. We get Batman sets every now and then. But like
did they make any
I can only have so many Batman.
Yeah. Did they make any Flash sets? When the movie came out? No?
Nope. No Flash sets. What was the other one? Shazam. None of the Shazam movies got. Black Adam didn't get any.
Oh, okay.
The last Wonder Woman did like they've done like nothing. They've literally just kept making Batman sets. They toss a few more out every year.
Yeah. But every Batman set is pretty premium.
That's true. That's true. I do have a shelf full of Batmobiles, so obviously I like them.
Wait, there was an early 2000 Dungeons and Dragons movie? What? Really? I did not know that about that.
Was early 2000s doesn't sound right, but wasn't there one with like Sting in it?
Maybe. Okay, this I gotta Google. Early 2000s? Oh, there was. Is that Sting? Is this the one with Sting in it?
It's not Sting. I have this vision of Sting in a D&D-esque scenario.
One Thief. Jeremy Irons, Justin Whalen.
It could be Jeremy Irons. Sorry, Sting.
Cameron, Bruce Payne, Robert Menino, Marlon Wayans. Marlon Wayans is in this one. Okay, cool. Didn't know there was an early 2000 ones, but thanks for that.
Me neither. Learn a new thing.
Yeah. Justin Miller, M. Night. It's like M. Night Avatar. M. Night Avatar? What? It's like M. Night Avatar.
The one they made a few years ago. That one was really bad, where everyone was white. I think maybe.
Okay, maybe this kind of rings a bell.
Maybe it was live action. It was not good.
I did not know M. Night was a part of that one.
Yeah, I think he was the director.
Okay. Yep, Kirby Kai. Kirby Kai is like, yep, it's Jeremy Irons.
Okay, my bad. Don't tell Sting.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Jeremy Irons making weird sounds at the screen for no reason. So, what are some of your all-time favorite Lego sets, or are there any Lego sets that's like you kind of wish you had gotten? What are the ones that you missed? I
Like
think that's
White
what I
Whale
was at.
sets. So I
White
think
Whale.
for me, there's a couple sets. So from the first Lego movie, the Sea Cow, the ship that they sail in at some point.
Yep, me too.
That is a super cool looking set. I wish I had gotten it, but I didn't. It was very expensive at the time.
I think the cheapest at the time I found was probably like, it was a sale price. It wasn't a clearance price or whatever. It was at Walmart. Walmart had it for about like 200. For viewers that don't know what this was, this is the Sea Cow. I wanted this one as well, and it came with a double-decker couch.
Yes.
That's one of the reasons why I really wanted to get it, because of the double-decker couch. But lo and behold, they came out with its own double-decker couch. So I was like, all right.
Yes, in a different
There you
set.
go. Yeah. So I was like, all right, that's my excuse not to get it. But yeah, no, this Sea Cow set, Mint, I would love to own this. But definitely one of the reasons why I stopped collecting Lego is that I just don't have space for it.
Yeah.
And cleaning the sets is just like, I don't know. I couldn't. I wouldn't have time to do it.
It's a huge pain in the butt. I don't have a good system for it. I kind of just like, when I'm working in that part of the room, I'll like look over and be like, oh crap. And then I'll go dust all the sets on like that shelf or something like that. But yeah, I do not have a great system.
Yeah. So that's the Mount Rushmore set, the Sea Cow, you would say? Is Mount Rushmore mean same thing as White Whale?
I think it must. Yeah. So that is one. I think there's another one, the original Mars rover set that they came out with. That would be an amazing set to have.
That's pretty modern, right?
So no, there's a new one, and then there's one from maybe 10 years ago.
Okay. 10 years is still pretty modern. I'm not it's not something like 90s or whatever,
think,
right?
Like if we're going old sets, not that this is that old, but like the early Spider-Man sets from like early 2000s.
So the ones that never really actually made it out, right?
I mean, they made it out.
This is like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Did they make it out? Like, to me, I thought it was like very limited. That like I thought it never made it out to regular retail.
Oh no, they definitely went to regular retail.
Did not know.
So
so Mount Rushmore means your 4 all-time sets.
Oh, all-time sets. Okay.
Heads. Okay, that's what it is.
That I don't have. The Sea Cow then would definitely be on that,
Sea Cow,
that list.
Okay.
Let's see. There's an adventure set that came with like a big hot air balloon. That's like crazy rare to find now because it's a very fragile hot air balloon. That would be amazing to have in my collection. What else? I think the original Spider-Man set, the one where he's fighting Doc Ock, and Doc Ock's building his like generator.
Okay.
It's like set on a pier. That's a really. I mostly just want it for my collection's sake. Like I have almost all the superhero sets except for those early Spider-Man sets.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like it's missing.
I know I've seen it at some conventions.
Yeah.
I remember seeing, like, not the Doc Ock one, but it was like, I think it was the Green Goblin.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've seen a Green Goblin in it.
And I think, if we're gonna, there's so many good like convention exclusives actually as well. But I think if I had to pick one of them, the Toy Fair Iron Man that came out like 10 years ago, it's worth like $10,000 now. I think it's ridiculous. If I ever win the lottery, that's what I'm gonna buy.
Okay, let me try and find this one.
So it's just a minifigure, right?
Yeah, it's just a minifigure.
Wow, 10,000.
I think that's what I saw last time.
2012 released.
Yep. I mean, he's not like a terribly attractive thing, but it's like
It doesn't even have like
he was the very
but-
first Iron Man figure.
Oh, okay, because it doesn't the helmet's not even there, right?
Yeah, it was all just print.
So this one is like 10,000, you say? Holy crap!
I think that's what I found.
This bad boy, right?
Yep. Again, because he's the only Iron Man I'm missing. It's very sad. This is the downside of being a collector. You have these irrational. All right, let's see what it's gone for.
Oh, yeah. Am I looking at this right? I didn't know.
Oh, it's not even that bad. I could totally buy this.
Okay, last 6 months.
Min price? Oh, up.
Min max. Thing.
Someone's paid
Current
$76,000 for that. Is that what that's saying?
Yes. It looks like it.
Why?
What the fuck? Okay, what's your max?
Again, short of winning the lottery, I'm never. If I won the lottery, I would spend like what's average price? 20 grand. I could spend 20 grand. If I had 64 million, I could.
Yeah.
I could blow 20. I mean, people blow stuff on worse, right?
Holy crap.
But I think my
76
odds of
grand.
adding him to my collection are pretty low.
76,000 for
That's
for
insane.
this mini. That's
Some
nuts.
people have more money than sense.
Yeah, that is true.
I want to be one of those people, but
We'll get there one day. We will get there
Yeah.
one day, right? It's like what is that? 1x1 Lego brick piece? $10,000? Easy. I'll take it. I wish I was like that.
yeah. So that would we could steal it right now. Well, there you go. Now we're definitely getting you trouble. Now I'm
We're definitely
encouraging
trouble.
your
The
followers.
internet community to,
Go on a crime spree.
go out and steal Lego.
Well, I don't know if you saw it. Someone in Australia just got pinched. I think they were a drug dealer. They were laundering money via Lego.
Yes, I heard about that. I did
Yeah.
hear about that.
So it's a great investment if you guys want to get into.
Yeah, it was like millions of dollars as well, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah, it
you
was-
got a good sum. Like money laundering.
So
Ocean 11 nerds.
I mean, if we do it right, maybe they'll make a movie out of us.
Oh yeah, that is true. People stealing Legos. How one man's okay. So 2021, police sees large amount of Lego as part of $27 million laundering bust.
So it's like one of those things where it holds its value really well.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, there are people who actually invest in it and then resell it and then can make even more money. But I think, like, even if you're not trying that hard, Lego doesn't depreciate very much. I mean, unless
Yeah.
you wreck it, really.
Yeah. Lego does hold its value.
Yeah. So
Yes, Rick and Morty fan here. You son of a bitch, I'm in.
all right. Lego crime spree.
Okay, I don't think I'm gonna have.
I'm never
time.
gonna get invited back.
No, you'll get invited back. So this is. I don't think I'm gonna transform him. I just like him like this right now.
Nope. I like it.
Yeah, this guy's mint.
Nice.
Look at that ab crunch. This is awesome. Way better than I thought. I don't know if I'm posing him well. Can't see what I'm posing him as. this figure is fire. Holy crap.
I like it. Do you have like a set way you pose? Like, do you have like an idea of how you want to pose things when you get them, or?
No, not really. I just do, and like half the time, like even like looking at my display wise, it's I don't know, wait, where am I going? This way. Gotta go this way. It's just like I don't really pose them. They're all in static poses. Maybe there are some which is like kind of dynamic. That's a little bit hard thing to do with Transformers. It's really keeping them in a nice dynamic pose sometimes, right? Because it's very limited in there's engineering and there's articulation. It's just like where did I go, right? But
right.
But yeah, for me, for this shelf wise, it's not about like posing them in dynamic poses. Just trying to show it off. I'm just trying to show it off, really. I remember one time I went on a Teams call with a coworker of mine, and then the first thing he says is like, "Listen, I know you're not flexing, but you really just went on video call just to flex, because it was just all this," and I'm just like, I mean. Kind of is, but it kind of isn't. It was just like it's just my office. It's how my dream state office is supposed to be, right? So,
all right. See, we're gonna put this wing on here.
Oh, it's coming close.
There you go.
That's one wing.
That's one wing.
Oh, and it just flips.
And it just flips, switching? Yeah. It'll rotate the whole way around if my hand wasn't getting in the way. Woo!
Oh, darn.
And yeah, so now I have to build the other side.
I'm excited for it.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
You can pose them in so many naughty poses with Perceptor. Can you? Wait, I just realized I don't have my Perceptor here. It's probably in my bins.
Yeah, I think because I don't have too many action figures left.
I think I stole most of them for you.
yeah, I had a whole bunch of this Pacific Rim. I think I have a couple Star Wars, but I have some Hot Toys figures.
Oh, nice.
But my big problem is like I haven't got the how to pose them nicely kind of down.
Just
so
let it breathe. Yeah. Just get by an IKEA like shelf or whatever and just let it breathe. Yeah. Which Hot Toys are there? And yes, Bittersweet Troll, that is a Shoga ship, I believe.
Yes, it is. It is. What do I have? I have a Miles Morales from a couple years back.
Nice.
And then I got the Captain America, the one where he has the shield and the hammer.
Okay.
Yeah. What bag are we on? 5. We're on bag 5.
5 out of 6, you said?
5 out of 6, but 6 is a little baby bag, so it's just accents.
Okay.
So, and 5 is going to be like basically 4. So if I was paying attention to how I was building earlier, I should be able to do this
relatively fast,
fairly quickly. Yeah. Because it's the exact same. It's just on the other side. So, but
okay, I'm gonna look for some things to share. What is it? Did I lose all my pages? Oh no. No. Okay, I think I'm good.
So yeah, I think
No, go on. Sorry.
No, I mean, like it's like so many people have like tuned in and are participating. It's like always, I don't know, impressive. That's what I have to work on.
Mm-hmm.
For my, I mean, like there are people I interact with a lot in the Lego community.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I have that like. And maybe because I'm not on camera that much.
Yeah.
That community feeling yet, or I have a community, you know.
Yeah, I think
I think if you just take a stab at it, you'd be probably surprised. Right? But we can talk more about that later on. I think, right? I look forward to really trying to, help you out on it any way I can to give you ideas, to go at it. And I've been a proud supporter of you in terms of
No,
what
I know
you
you're
want to
always,
do for a while, right? Like I think we talked about this kind of how to get you kind of to the next stage, like a month ago or something.
Yeah.
Right. Like I kind of briefly talked to you about that. Damn. I'm just looking up old Lego sets right now. These things really make me want to cry. I'm looking at these things.
So, and it's one of those things like the old. I think they have a lot of that, like those childhood memories in them.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm being honest, I think like the newer stuff, especially with some of like the creative like play features, like new sets, I think do have more cool stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not that I don't love my childhood sets, and like I am slowly reacquiring certain sets that I missed. But I think they do so, like, especially because like even the selection of parts has increased so much.
Oh, there's so many. Like it's so good, especially in the past. I'd say pretty much around the time you started. I would say 10 years.
Yeah.
Like Lego's really picked it up and changed their game once they started doing the licensing. I think that's probably around the time when they started licensing, right? Like 10 years.
Well, no, because they've had Star Wars and Harry Potter since like Star Wars, I think 1999.
Have they? Holy crap!
Yeah, Star Wars, I think, was one of their very first big ones. Because so the Star Wars, Harry Potter, and those early Spider-Man sets were all before they started putting like different flesh tones in.
Oh, okay.
So like early Star Wars sets, like everyone's yellow, like just like regular Lego figures.
This is it. This is my first Lego set.
Oh, cute, with the firefighters.
Yeah. I would love to figure out if I still have, like, I'm confident I don't have all the pieces. Again, it was this white piece here that I know I snapped in half. The rope probably I snapped. Definitely some of these yellow pieces. The bodies are just destroyed. I know that, right? But I would still love to see if I can rebuild these. I need to sort it out, but I would love to like build this bad boy again.
Yeah. I was able to piece together a few of the sets that I had from not all of them, but through my big bin of parts. I got quite a few back together.
Who was it that someone had an old set? Someone I bumped into, or someone that like they were able to. Okay, no, it was just on IG. Like someone's grandmother or whatever it was, and just had like one of those Knights sets, like pretty much fully completed. And think, actually, you know what?
Those are fun sets. And
no, I actually I have a Lego set from my buddy Timothy. It is one of those Lego Knight sets from maybe the 80s that he passed down to me. Knowing him, it is probably complete. And is it actually somewhere in this basement right now? But I forgot about it.
That's a nice find. That is a good find.
I gotta figure out what set it is.
A friend of mine also, her mother was specifically talking about those old Knight sets she had when she was a kid, and I was like, I was trying to contain my excitement, and then she was like, "Oh, we're saving them for the grandchildren."
You're like, no.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you can't falter for that, but no, yeah, part of me is like, no, they won't appreciate it like I will.
Would it be? Maybe this one? 1680? I have a feeling it's... I have a feeling maybe this one. Might be this one. Oh, no, not this. Hold on. I can't really zoom in on it, but
Okay.
might be this one.
Oh, that's with the molded base plate again. That is
If
a nice
it's
set.
not this one, then it might be this. But I think I recall seeing a molded blaze
King's
plate
Castle,
for it.
yeah. So like this is a theme where they've kind of started to revive it because
Mhm.
like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have the new version of the Knight's Castle, which is way bigger
Yep.
and more expensive.
Which one was
But
it?
yeah, it's because like all these kids, well, I mean, they were kids, now they're adults like me with money, and
Yes.
they're like, this is the stuff that we loved when we were kids, and
It's 2023, right? It's probably this one, right?
yeah, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, damn.
It's a beautiful set, but it's like $500, I think, or
Yeah.
400 maybe. It's up there.
No, it's like when when this set came out. This is the only other. I have the Office Lego set in this house right now, and also have this. Hold on, I gotta pull it out. I got this one.
Oh yes, they've redone the space ones too. That's
Yep.
a really cool one because I think you can rebuild it 3 ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are. I don't know. I think you can. I'm pretty sure you can. But yeah, Buddy helped me pick up. I picked up this set for like $60.
That's pretty good. I have that too. It's also in my to be built pile.
Yeah. So this one, I'm definitely looking forward to it because obvious reasons. This is very 1980s, whatever it was, right? And that's some of the sets that I definitely grew up with.
Yeah, no, yeah. So they have all this nostalgia, but they're like redoing them now with newer techniques and more parts. So I really like the reinterpretation of
The
them.
reinterpreted retro, I guess you could say.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
A theme. There's still yellow. I mean, I think.
How would that look like? You know,
It-
honestly,
it's
if
not
you
yellow.
guys didn't start mentioning about the yellow in the lights and
Yeah.
stuff, like I wouldn't have noticed. Yeah, they don't do the yellow on the lights and stuff. I just realized you're right. Huh?
They
Didn't notice that.
changed. I don't know who was. It must have been Star Wars because they did a lot of stuff first with Star Wars.
Yeah.
When they did the Clone Wars sets.
Mhm.
Because those original Clone Wars sets look minifigures look kind of goofy.
Yeah.
Because they're replicating the TV show.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Was it the OG Knights and Castle when they refused to use gray bricks for the castles? I actually have one of them. But it's not complete. That one's not complete.
It's in the castles in yellow bricks. Yeah.
I'm pretty confident that I have the parts for this one.
All right, I'm definitely going over to your house for.
You're gonna raid my house. I definitely have parts for this one, but that's why I used to have like a bunch of yellow bricks is because of this set. But again, this set was a hand-me-down, right? Someone gave it to me, right? So it wasn't even complete, right? But I definitely had parts of it for it. But yeah, this is the one I'm pretty confident I shared with you about. And yeah, you did say used to say that you're gonna raid my house.
For legal purposes, I have to say that's a joke, but yeah.
Yes, joke. Yes.
It's. I like that castle in yellow. I mean, I also like the realistic colors as well. But yeah, sometimes I think we get too laid up in like what looks real versus just having fun with it.
What color it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. What number is this? It's no, shut the fuck up.
That's got to be like one of the earliest non-city sets.
1978, number 375? Or is this 6075?
That's
holy shit, it is 375.
That is super OG.
3 digits. Release 1978. Holy cow. I did not know that's how old that set was. And I own parts of it.
Oops. Yeah, definitely going over to play at your house.
It's not worth that much though. It's not as much as it doesn't cost that much as like the Lego Iron Man one. Like
yeah, but that one's kind of a ridiculous niche. I mean, it was like limited release, plus it's got like a specific fandom.
Yo, but this is Yellow Castle, man. Yellow Lego Castle, right?
Yeah.
Last 6 months sales, max price 730, min price 117.
I think it's also because like those old sets are really like if you could find it like in box maybe, like there's some value in that. But for the most part, like a lot of those old sets don't have a lot of like unique pieces, like the way like some sets now like you only find the minifigure in the single set.
So that's what really makes a Lego set like worth a lot too, is because of the unique pieces.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like there's a modular there's a city modular set, a greengrocer that came out maybe 15 years ago. And it did the walls in like an olive green, I think. But that was the only time those pieces were released, were in that set in that color. So that's part of the value in that set, is because it's one of the only places you can get that color,
that color and that shape
in any volume. So like little things like that, like people start obsessing over, right? And then like some of it's also like the subculture that develops. What was a minifigure? So like my Batman villains collection, I have a whole bunch of villains, and one from the Lego Batman movie was the Polka Dot Man, and I didn't get him in the set that he originally came in. He was on my list to get later down the line, and then that Suicide Squad movie came out, and his popularity shot through the roof. The minifigure went up like more than I want to pay for Polka Dot Man minifigure. But it went from like $5 to like $35. And maybe $35 isn't outrageous. I know a lot of minifigures go for more than that, but I'm not going to pay $35 just for a minifigure.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. Darn.
So, I was just bad timing on my part. I didn't read the market.
Damn. That would have been. Again, that's the one you're missing, right?
That's one of the like Lego villains that I'm missing. Yes.
Okay. Wait, is this the Batman minifig one?
It's.
Or did it come in a set? Sorry.
So it was the Polka Dot Man from one of the Lego Batman movie sets.
Okay,
I think
so it's
he's
from
in a
the
set
Lego
with like
Batman
Condiment
movie
King
set.
and yeah.
So it's not the blind packs. It is the blind packs or not the blind packs?
No, he wasn't in a blind pack. He was an actual set.
Oh, really? Okay. Because why am I thinking that I have the blind pack of polka dot man? Or am I getting that mixed up with crayon?
So in that
or
first
the-
one, I'm trying to think now who could have been like. So there was Zebra. Yeah, he definitely wasn't in the first set
Okay,
for the blind packs.
because I think I have series 1 and 2, so I could be wrong. I guess you're, yeah. I'm thinking about someone else then. But hey, did you know about this one? The first 15 Lego sets ever made.
Oh. Let's.
This is just going down history, ladies and gentlemen. I have no idea.
So yes, I have seen the automatic binding bricks in person in
Okay.
Denmark. Those are pretty neat.
So this is what is this, like pre-Lego Lego? What do they call it, automatic binding bricks?
Yeah, it's before it was still Lego was making them, but they were that the set was just called the binding bricks. And I think that set could have been before, or maybe they had already added the ridges on the inside.
Okay.
To make them extra grippy. So like in a Lego brick, there's obviously the outside that holds it in, but they have like the interior of the Lego brick, little tubes.
Okay.
And again, that plus their like precision machining creates the clutch factor, it's called.
Okay.
That gives you that nice feeling when you stick them together. And
yeah, so that was 1950 and 1953. So
yeah,
binding bricks. So this one, garage door with, they literally sold a garage with a door opener
to go with that house. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then they started adding like little town elements, and
there was an Esso branded.
That I did not
this is
know
the
about.
garage system. Prior introducing Lego's own fictional fuel Octane in 1992, all the first Lego sets included the logo of real-world companies. 1955, this Esso station set fueled with logo. Holy crap! I did not know this. It was crazy.
I didn't realize Esso was Octane was added so much later.
Yeah, I didn't know
I
either.
assumed that had just always been part.
Lego. This is a Lego store, I think.
Baker room.
Have you seen this
What
one?
have I done here? I have not seen that one.
This is the Lego store. The smaller Lego store set came with the bricks instructions to make a small Lego store. That's awesome. They carried over to German release where they signed them specifically identifying the store as a pretzel brick. Oh my, a small house. Holy crap. I remember those pieces actually.
I mean, it sounds like
These
you have some
window
amazing Lego sets.
Now I'm curious. I have seen these pieces before, and I was wondering about why they don't. Yeah, interesting. Town plan accessories. Oh, there you go. Another the same gas station. Fire truck. It's a Lego church. Oh, I remember that block. That small 1x1 like window block.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's like a circle. It wasn't a square, but I've definitely seen those. Yo, there's a Volkswagen showroom.
That is actually cute.
Volkswagen garage.
All right, I've done fudged up here.
Oh, you fudged up? Oh no! Did I distract you?
No, it's not. It's not your fault.
Oh, I remember these wheels. Do you remember these wheels? I remember seeing these wheels.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I've owned it, but I think I've seen it.
This is where the brick separator comes in handy.
Yeah.
Make your mistakes go bye-bye.
How bad was it?
I'm going back. I'm going back a few steps. I don't know if you can see it here. I've literally left out a brick and it's pushed. It
Okay.
messes with the symmetry, so I have to fix it.
Okay. Close. Well, that's awesome. But I want to know what Lego set number 1 is.
It's those binding bricks.
Oh, that's what it is. That's what they
Yeah.
call as binding brick, literally. But it's
Yeah.
not labeled as like box number 1.
No.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. Man, I wish I thought of this.
Lego.
Yeah. Genius. Just genius.
So the guy who started that company, he was a woodworker.
Yep.
And he went to a trade show, and he saw the injection molding machines,
Mm-hmm.
and he basically was like, we got to do this.
Yeah.
And I think it cost more money than his company had made the previous year to buy a plastic injection molding.
Uh-huh.
Everybody told him it was a terrible idea, that plastic wasn't going anywhere. It was
Yeah.
not a good toy.
Yeah, I remember some resistance conversations.
Yeah. But he was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I guess it turned out to be a very good idea.
Thank the stars he didn't believe in those people, right?
Yeah.
Like, and he went through with it, or we would not have what we have today.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess it is like a testament to, like, if you have a vision, kind of sticking to it.
See it through.
Yeah, seeing it through. Yeah, exactly.
And that's awesome. What is this? Should I transform this guy? I don't want to transform this guy. I'm too lazy tonight.
Oh, hopefully that wasn't important. There we go. All right, let's put it back together. I fixed my boo-boo.
Word. Okay, so this figure isn't as good as Okay, it's good.
But it's not what you...
Yeah, there's a lot of hype over it, but it's not what I thought it was. I mean, the fingers don't even articulate.
Grade if something has turned out good or not?
I don't know. Honestly, I guess for me, it's really like the screen accuracy or whatever accuracy to source material it is. And obviously this one is based off of the Rise of the Beast movie, in which I believe they really nailed down the aesthetics like really well, right? I'm actually shocked that I thought this was supposed to be like a more expensive figure, but it turns out to be like a smaller size like figure.
Okay.
But articulation wise, it's very well done. But just something weird with the shoulders. I don't know. It just doesn't really allow you to pose it as well as I thought. But definitely, there's a lot of. This one's pretty. Everyone was kind of like hunting this down because they feel like this is kind of like maybe the definitive movie universe Optimus Prime, the best mold for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And to the point, it does look the best, honestly. But just in terms of, I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of the shoulders. It's just gets kind of weird.
All right, there we go. I fixed it. Now we gotta. Whoopsie.
Oh, word.
There we go.
Wait. Oh, sick.
That's what I was going for.
Hold on. How do I blow this up? Blow this up. There we go. spin. Sick.
So, there you go. Yeah. So
Did they really need the gears to have this spinning effect? Couldn't they have just put? Wait, there's no gears in it. It's just it just
it's
spins,
just
right?
yeah, it's just on a. I'm at a loss for words, but yeah, it's like a series of Technic pins, basically.
Okay. I thought the gears actually put into play.
Yeah, it's not really like it. So this thing has teeth, so it definitely could work as a gear.
Yeah.
But it is not functioning as a gear in this particular.
Yeah. Okay. I thought like the gears actually worked with something else in it.
Yeah. Which is also another cool thing I think that Lego does, where the designers try to reuse parts in different ways.
Yes. That I do agree. Because it's all about imagination.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like going back to those Ninjago City, there are some really fun, like using crowbars to like make roof elements. I think there's a roof element in there that's actually the axles of cars, but they've been flipped upside down, so they look like that sort of like traditional like Asian tiles. Like,
yeah. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, so it's fun when you get to see parts used in a different way.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of mind blowing at the time when it was what do you call those? The speakers, for the old police sets, and then now they're used as like just guns or for stormtroopers.
Yeah,
right? They just put on like a colored circle piece, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that works. That's a gun. But then I'm thinking about, I think I used to do that.
Well, I was going to say, like when you were a kid, these things just come to you naturally. I think we need a little more encouragement as adults to be like, oh, that can also be something else.
Yeah, I remember I used to put just kind of like I don't know what you call it. I guess the 1x1 brick, right? I would put it onto the minifigures' hands, so they would look like boxing gloves.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But then I also took it a little step further, where maybe I used either 1x1 or a 1x2, but I would add on like longer parts of it, so they're like kind of like arm cannons for the minifigure.
Yeah.
So I recall doing that, which goes back to going back to nostalgia route. Remember the whole customization thing using paper clips or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I remember I didn't have things to make paper clip like capes. So I just did like construction paper or whatever it was, colored it one color. I just made a cape over it, and then just put it through the neck hole, and then the head that's it. And then that was a cape for Batman for me.
Yeah, no, and like it just seems to come so much naturally. I think we lose a lot of that as we get older.
Oh, absolutely, we have,
which is too bad. But yeah. What do you? I guess just keep playing as much as you can.
Yes,
keep some of it alive.
And that's I guess that's part of me. That's why I do what I do. Why I kind of collect, right? But then I guess at the same time, it's like maybe I should go back to Lego, or maybe I should break out my Lego and see what else I can make out of it. But then, it's like there's all these cool parts nowadays. It's like I can't keep up. Like, I feel like an old man trying to catch up to these kids nowadays.
No, yeah, because I think that's a nice thing. You don't really have to keep up per se, right? Because like every new set is sort of a different.
I don't know. I think I became one of those like I buy the Lego sets just for what it is.
Yeah.
And it's not part of that imagination standpoint where like I take the Lego sets and I take this Lego set and then I put it together to make something else, right? Because there's so many awesome online Lego influencers like yourself to do customized sets and stuff like that, but it's just like I don't got the patience for this. My toys are gonna look like multicolored because if I want to do it, I want to do it right and I want to get all the right pieces, right? It's just like
Yeah, and I mean, like, there's a part of that in my collection too, where it's like, yeah, I want it to be like the original, but I think I have become a lot more flexible on it, and sort of learning to like modify my own sets, whether that's adding lighting, like sometimes it's changing out elements, because I think the hotel set that I have had an art gallery on it, and I was like, I don't like the art gallery, and you know what? I don't have to keep the art gallery.
Oh, okay.
I changed it out for a taco shop, which I thought was much better.
Oh, I remember that. Okay, now I want tacos now.
Sorry.
Oh man.
So I've become a lot more, and I think that's also just the evolution of my obsession, maybe. Where it's like, yeah, it's okay to play like that now, you know?
Okay. I feel you.
I mean, for me, I know for some people it is an investment, and even if they unbox it, they want to keep everything pristine because maybe one day they're gonna
sell it or
sell
whatever.
it. For me, I don't anticipate that, so I'm not as worried about getting that full value back.
Absolutely, you're in this for life.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm taking it all to the grave with me. I'll be like, you bury me with like a pharaoh. Lego pharaoh.
Or build the coffin out of Lego, out of your that's what it is.
Yeah, fun family activity.
Yeah. Just build around your body.
They'd be like, oh, she's taking this too far.
Yeah. Bitter Troll says, don't try to keep up with the kids. It's a fool's task. Just have fun. But yeah, it's part of me that wants to have fun by beating these kids on their own game right now.
Yeah, but I know how you feel.
But I get what you're saying, but I know what you're saying, Bitter Troll. But yeah, sorry, Laura, what'd you say?
Oh, it wasn't Lego. It was a Lego video game. I was like at a convention where they had a demo, and I was playing the demo, and I was struggling a bit. And then this kid hopped on, and like within 10 seconds, he had solved the puzzle, and he was like we were on our way.
Onto the
and
next.
I was like, oh my God, am I getting old? and no longer have that like video game intuition.
Yeah. But could it be that if you look at the game rating, like what it's supposed to be rated for, maybe when they actually say it's for 3 and up, it's actually just for 3 years old or something like that. And because we're like 30, it's like obviously it doesn't make sense for us.
Not gelling with our brains.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, maybe.
Your intelligence needs to be age 3 to play this game.
You know what? I'm gonna go with that. That's a much better version of the story than I'm losing my video game intuition.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is.
All right, this cockpit is almost ready.
Yeah, how do I put these arms on these things?
Alrighty then.
Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, this is how it is.
Dun dun dun.
Come on.
Alrighty then. Let's plug this sucker in.
Oh my. Okay, hold on.
Oh. There we go. Complete with cockpit now. Oopsie, my hands are too big. Oops. Careful how you hold it. Well, you know what? That's the nice thing about Lego. Like, even if you bust it up, you can rebuild it.
You can rebuild it.
A plus side compared to
something like this one. If I break it, it's like, well, gotta buy a new one. Because this part's like cracked or whatever it is, right?
It's never coming back, yeah. So, I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's very hard to permanently
Yeah.
damage, and then you got little guns too. See?
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Sick. That is something that I definitely did not have during my time, or very rare.
Little stud shooters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dom said it actually started flying. I guess it's like when you almost dropped it.
Yeah. Oh. But
yo, that's awesome. So yeah, okay, the cockpit stays thing. Yeah, that engineering of it, they did good.
So I mean, I guess you could pop it off. If I watch the TV series, does the cockpit come off in the TV series? Like,
I have
does
no
it,
idea.
I know there are some Star Wars ships where that's like part of their design, right?
Yeah. I
They can come apart.
I don't know.
But, yeah.
Again, haven't started, but that's awesome.
And here we go. Plug this guy back in there. But yeah, no. That's pretty cool. That's a great ship. Now I just have to figure out, probably on its side like that. I think it's got a good profile. Where to put it in this big room of Lego.
It doesn't come with a display stand, right? You can't build a display stand.
So you can build them. I have built them in the past. I have one. There's an X-wing up there. Up there.
Yeah, that one. Those one of the
so that stand is a custom stand.
Okay.
That I built out of Lego Technic beams that are kind of
okay.
Standing up against each other. So you can definitely build your own. And I have plenty of parts that I could. And there are retailers that sell like little acrylic stands, which a lot of people use, and are very nice. But honestly,
Lego on
there's
Lego
not left in my budget once I'm done buying Lego.
Fair. Yeah, Bitter Troll says it never popped off in the series. So
okay, all right. So that's just for the sake of building.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, it's a nice set.
No,
I enjoyed it.
That's awesome. It took probably because I've distracted you so much.
2 hours, but yeah,
about 2 hours, right? How long would you say that you could have knocked that out of? Like an hour?
I think if I had focused, I could probably do it in an hour. I think it's I didn't want to ignore you.
Yeah. No, I get it.
But I mean, it's also like you don't want to rush building them. I mean, you can rush building them, right? But that's part of the fun.
You know what? Now to come and think of it, I think definitely the Ecto 1 when it built last month. It was a smaller one, not the big one. I think I just built it to build it. Like I didn't really even enjoy it afterwards because I just put it in the acrylic display that I have, the knockoff acrylic display, and I set it, and it's just in the living room right now.
Mm-hmm. You gotta take it out, do some rooms with it.
I should, and again, go start going back into some action figure to photography. But I need to do more of that too because that's how this account started. Like, was through photography.
I've had this account since 2015.
Yeah,
and it was photography originally. Like when I traveled, I'd take my little minifigures with me, and we would take pictures, and then documenting kind of, and then. I guess the short form video arrived and it kind of just took over everything. And I don't think I should put more effort back into photography because I do enjoy that.
2024 New Year's resolution, right?
Yeah.
That could be
No, I think I'm going to I've got a few resolutions for my account in 2024. I think I definitely want to, I guess, participate more like this. And kind of start building that community. More photography. Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
We're gonna hit. Yeah.
Oh my god! And it's only like what? We're like.
It's like 6 weeks away. 5 weeks away.
Oh my god! I still got to do Christmas shopping. I got to get started on that soon.
I recommend Lego. Everyone loves it.
That is true, but then. I know my nieces still like Lego, so I kind of think of it. Yeah, one of my nieces. So definitely gonna buy, probably her like another Lego set. And I'll probably reach out to you on any recommendations nowadays. If you have any
for kids.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
Wait, how old is she?
I think she's like 11 now.
Okay, so it's getting up there.
She's getting up there.
You know
Definitely.
what? I don't like the minifigures in the Friends series.
Okay.
But there are some really cool sets. So in the Friends series, they have more. They're not minifigures. They're called mini dolls. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were trying to kind of bridge that, like, oh, girls like those kind of things.
Yeah.
But there's and for the longest time, I ignored that theme because I was like, not that's the girly theme, but because I thought it was like, oh, that's kind of like not real Lego, even though
Yeah.
they use Lego parts.
Yep.
But the last couple of years, they have put out some like fantastic. Like this year, they put out a greenhouse that honestly looks like it could go in the city. Like,
yeah,
it's a really cool set. So those Friends sets, I think, are actually really great, even if they don't have real minifigures in them.
I think I'm trying to think right now. Like I did used to buy. I definitely bought her older sister like a lot of Lego Friends sets. But I don't know if my youngest niece now is still into those Lego, those that line anymore. I gotta double check. I just gotta try and remember what I last bought her.
The
I might have bought her a
sets
tree
are
house.
actually really cool too. They're not like themed, but they're like the things you can build them and then rebuild them.
Yeah, I bought her a cat. I think there was a kitty cat one time.
Yeah.
A kitten cat.
I think those are fun as well for kids.
Yeah.
The only thing is the child has to understand that you can only build one at a time. So I think the first time I got my nephew one of those, like he was young. I'm pressuring them into Lego like before they're even the age appropriate on the box. Yeah. But they're pretty good at it. But yeah, he was like, he wanted to keep the one and build the new one. I'm like, oh, we gotta take parts away to build the new one, unfortunately.
Okay, cool. Like I'm gonna definitely reach out to you later when I kind of when I start going to shopping, because I'll probably maybe even this weekend, right? So I'll definitely be reaching out. But yeah, Laura, I think we could probably start wrapping it up so you can have time to go start getting into the Avengers Tower, right?
Yeah.
And that is, like, I guess I could probably do some advertising. The Avengers Lego Tower is going to be,
it's dropping in like 20 minutes
today. Sorry, wrong page. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen.
Blankets.
This one.
Yeah,
this one is dropping. Yeah,
I mean, I am very proud of my tower, but this thing is incredible. I really want it.
It's awesome. The amount of Lego figures it comes with is just nuts, right? So 2 Captain Americas.
Yeah, although I think that's cheating a bit, but yes.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Still.
But there's that new Vision one where he's like partly translucent, like he's phasing through. There's Dr. Wu, I think her name is, from Age of Ultron.
Yep.
Yeah. There's a new Hulk figure. There's a new Iron Man, because I love my Iron Man armors. There's a Battle Damage Mark 7, I think.
Oh, I'm terrible at this.
That I am very excited about.
And then you got more of those Ultron bots. No, those are Chitauri's. Yep. And then why is there an Ultron figure?
I think that's the Ultron figure in Age of Ultron. Remember where he
when he's like half
after they're done the hammer scene, they're all happy. Then he like busts through the door and basically threatens them. Yeah.
So okay. I guess this is anything that's at least in that Avengers Tower Ultron thing. Yeah. Like, because definitely the Chitauri wasn't a part of it, right?
The first Avengers movie, the Chitauri were like Loki's attacking from the tower.
But it was the Stark Tower, not the Avengers Tower.
Oh yeah, that's true. Right? That is true. Yep.
Yeah.
I guess they're kind of bending the. They did the same
which is smart, right? Like the set is very smart. But either way, so that set is going to be dropping tonight.
Yeah.
But Laura, I want to say thank you for, copping on and just sharing your story and just having a chat. Right.
Thank you for having me.
I learned a lot. No, it was my pleasure. Trust me. And I'm confident that like the Butter Nation and everybody watching, like they probably learned some stuff as well. I definitely learned some stuff. Like it was really cool. So can you let people know where they can find you on socials? Would it be yeah.
Sure. It's just Instagram. I probably should expand over here or onto YouTube. Maybe in 2024.
2020.
But so just on Instagram, it's at Brickventuring, my name over there. Yeah, I post mostly Lego superhero stuff, but sometimes stuff on my city, sometimes stuff I'm building. Just kind of whatever's interesting at the time.
So yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, definitely. For folks that just go to my stories right now. You can find at Brickventuring, for IG, or just type in Brickventuring. Today, for if you guys are tuning in YouTube, the details aren't posted yet because I just don't have access to Kevin's account to add the thing. And I want to give a shout out to definitely all the viewers watching, the Butter Nation watching. And Johnny, thank you for the $5 donation. Thank you for great job for holding down the fort. Johnny, thank you. Thank you for your support on this one. And so, yeah, just want to, again, thank you for everyone that joined up today and watched. All right. Drop a like, if you guys just join up on Patreon, link in the video description is not below right now, right? But will be. Again, you can get early access to videos posted here on YouTube, ad free, and before anyone else. There's some bi-weekly watch along that's part of the Prime tier. But I don't know who's running it right now. All right, you're gonna have to talk to Kev about this. So, but thank you for the people who joined Patreon already. And I just wanted to say, what is it? Everyone, wow. Corey, Kayla, Rockmaker Collects, John W.E. Edwards, Alexander Eagleson, Desref, Dom Muchuchiharo, Win or Lose, Dario, Toy Forest, Rhea, 796 Studios, Yoko, Matt Logic 44, Dave, D, Tommy K, Quinn Calling, Michael Hogan, Jay, The One Fist, Tyler Hall, Panfred Noodle, Batforce Grump, Nightmare Nemo, Carl, Mary P, Cornelius, John, Takas, Aaron, and Carrie Fanti. But yeah, just wait, how do I take this off? Oh, okay, I think I know. Just again, Patreon, like it's patreon.com/toyingaround. Again, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Everyone have a great night. And again, happy Thanksgiving to everyone down in the States. And I gotta figure out how to wait. Hold on, everyone's gonna wait. Sorry, I don't have this set up. Forgot where the outro thing is. Oh no, I'm goofing up. Oh wait, there it is. But yeah, just again, happy Thanksgiving, and everyone have a great night. And as always, keep toying around. Peace. And this is the part, Laura, where we're supposed to sing a song. And the only thing that I keep
didn't prepare a song
is like Backstreet Boys. So, like, yeah, I don't know. And that's it, pretty much.